Giddy up!
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX, brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. St. Louis Wheel Park now offers 3 brand new amusement rides. Chris Ranji, Amy Marks Kors, The Chris and Amy Show.
Check it out. St. Louis, Mound City, we are going to have a great day today
On 104.1 FM.
Let's take it from the top.
KMOX.
Oh, well, happy Friday. My Lord, it's Friday. Aren't
Yes.
we? Look at us.
Yes.
We got a room full of happy people.
Are we
We're
happy,
all back.
Ranj?
Yes, we're all back together again.
Couldn't be happier.
It's been 8 months since the 4 of us have been here on a Friday.
It has.
Yeah, Kelly's been gone.
He
Amy's
was
been gone.
gallivanting around naked in Greece.
John and I have had
Naked.
to hold down the fort. Great job, John.
Could have
You
gone.
and me.
Could have gone all.
Did you
day
guys
with
do a whole week together?
That
We
image.
did 2 Fridays
Wow.
together, and
We
then
did.
an entire week.
Is
Wow.
that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
Brad Young was in for
When
one
I
day.
fell
but-
off the stage.
Yeah,
What
John
happened?
almost died.
Yep.
One of the days we were.
At Cardinals Nation?
Yes.
Oh
What?
my gosh.
You
Yeah,
had
he
an
almost fell.
on-site broadcast?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
he
you almost fell off? Is there
I
any
didn't
video
almost
of
fall
this?
off the stage. I did fall off the stage.
Yeah. So he didn't fall down. You stumbled. And
I
then you,
stumbled and got a boo-boo
Oh
on
my
my
Oh
hand.
my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
his hand is
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
bleeding.
Yeah.
I would have thought your athletic prowess would be such
Well,
that you
I did.
could,
I did manage to use the
Starsky
wall
and Hutch
to
Did
make
everybody
a-
gasp?
well, everybody. It made a loud racket. I heard it. I turned around. Went, what is happening back there? Is
Did
he
everyone
okay?
go,
Well, there was a stair on that thing, and who knew there was a stair?
Well, you did because you walked up it.
And I'm, yeah, but I was backing off of the stage,
Oh,
not
no.
knowing
I'm
it was
sorry
an
to hear
actual
this.
stage.
That's
and then
actually horrible.
it was almost tragic.
Yeah, but we didn't lose John. He's still here. It's the Chris and Amy show.
Messed up my back a little
You
bit.
think you could
Hancock
file
and
the
Kelly.
workers'
Really?
comp claim?
I thought about it as I was limping to my car.
You might be
Kind
able to. You could probably sue Ballpark Village
Nah.
and the Cardinals if
Honestly,
you want.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind. A
Suing
little
the
bit-
Cardinals?
A little bit of a slip and fall. Not the Cardinals, but Odyssey, probably.
Well,
A little bit of a slip and fall.
I think that would
I
be.
could use a little extra money, is all I'm saying.
Well, you got to go see if you qualify under the workers' compensation.
You can call that guy that's on the radio here all the time.
Going into our bathroom,
Lance
sometimes
Drury?
you can
No,
qualify
he's
for one
that's
in
your
workers'
taxes.
comp.
This is the guy.
Onder.
Bob Onder.
Well,
Bob
the guy and his wife and their kids are all lawyers.
Oh, Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah, that's
you
Morgan and
need
Morgan. Oh,
good attorneys.
Yeah.
But
Call
if I,
us at
because it's like
Morgan.
if you have a slip and fall. So if I slip and fall in the bathroom, for instance,
Yeah.
perhaps. I
Yes.
could,
Well,
walk away.
this bathroom definitely
Okay.
could be considered a work hazard, safety issue.
Shall we? Shall we start the show?
We should.
You know we
let's
can.
let's go ahead and start the show.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go ahead and
let's do it
start it.
now.
Here it is.
Now for the top of the order. The top 3 stories everyone will be talking about.
Well, the former director of the FBI, James Comey, has in fact been indicted on 2 federal charges. We will discuss with the boys here in a moment.
Hey, they're having a grand opening for the NGA campus.
Finally,
The much ballyhooed NGA campus. It opens today in North City.
right there on Jefferson, the Cardinals will start their final series of the season. This is it. They play at Wrigley Field this afternoon. 1:20 is the first pitch, and it is the first of the last series for 2025,
The first of the last.
which is kind of sad.
Good weekend to run up to Chicago, though. If you've got the weekend free, drive up there and go in and see the Cardinal game. It's not like the stadium's going to be full.
Well, you
What are you
never
talking
know.
about?
You think it's
At
going to
Wrigley?
Yeah, you think it's going to be
They're
full?
they're going to the playoffs, man.
Yeah, so you don't think I can pick up a ticket if
Oh,
I
you
were
could
to hop
totally
in
pick up a
there, yeah.
ticket. Like you probably have to go secondary market.
Yeah.
It would be.
But I
easy.
mean, there's nothing better than like spring and fall in Chicago. I mean, it's like
It
spring and
does.
fall in St. Louis, but it's it's everything New York is without having to go to New York. That's what I love about it.
So I hate to start the show like this, honestly.
Okay.
Well, then don't.
Well, I feel like my curiosity is superseding any desire I have to put on a good show. Do you guys prefer the troughs at Wrigley Field versus the individual urinals?
Yes.
You like the trough better?
I like the trough because the
sounds
problem with the individual
disgusting.
urinal is that it's a limited amount of people.
Yeah, you could really squeeze
You
in there.
can
if you gotta-
squeeze some people in with the troughs.
Yeah.
And
But what if you, is it, okay, you know how there's all these rules for urinals? So I've heard, what if you're bumping elbows with somebody?
You just
Well,
The
yeah,
elbow
yeah,
is
yeah,
not the
yeah.
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Yeah, the elbow's not the problem. Here's the problem.
Okay.
So
It's touching the
I've
elbow.
got a friend of mine who works with the police, and he's one of these blood splatter experts.
Where's this
Oh,
going to
Oh,
go?
Okay, so
my
I know where you're going to go with this because
So
I think
the
it's my.
splatter in the
Yes.
trough.
There's
is,
too much splashback.
And,
Yep.
I mean, who
Oh,
wants
my
it?
gosh.
Who
Yep.
needs it? And it's another reason why you should never
See,
wear
but-
shorts.
But the
That's-
troughs that I remember,
Oh.
are they the silver troughs that they have?
Well,
in-
you're
Yeah,
the one that
yeah,
asked
yeah,
the
yeah.
Because
question.
they
I'm just-
also used to have just like a whole wall that was just like a wall that you would aim at, and
No,
then
it's
it would
not that.
slide
No,
down
no,
the wall
that's
and
like
it'd
the
go into
that's like
yeah.
the grade school urinal. No, this
Yeah.
is.
Grade school's a wall.
It used to be like a real tall sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Went
Yeah,
all the way
like
all
from
to your
from
chest.
yeah, like from like your chest all the way down to the floor.
Yeah, and then you would, aim at the wall, and then
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
down the.
Yeah, that's-
is that not how it is? It
No. They got the silver trough, like
yeah,
it looks like
how
a
am I
feeding
the
trough.
I don't listen. If you're having to use the real facilities at any ballpark, you probably should go home
I would just
because
What?
the diseases you might run into, etc. I mean,
you can
not
use.
that-
Hold on, you can use a bathroom at a ballpark. It's okay.
no. I meant like if you're not well, if you're feeling well,
Oh.
if you've got a stomach issue going on,
Yeah,
it's best to like
Well, that's
get
not what-
out of a big.
My
public
that's not what the
location.
trough is for, though.
No, I get it. So when it comes to using the trough, who cares?
Yeah,
You're
I
in there
guess.
just to
It's
get
a
it out of you
splatter.
and go
I
drink
would
some
just.
more.
Here's one bit of advice: if you do go to the trough, just yes, you're gonna have to look out for splashback, but I would advise you not to compliment anybody's watch.
Huh.
Go ahead.
My father, may he rest in peace.
Okay.
Loved him. Season ticket PSA holder for the St. Louis
wow.
Rams.
Pumpkin spice latte.
And he was famous. This man could go to a football game, get there early, sit there through, and it's good 3+ hours. The man never used the bathroom.
Did he drink a
What?
beer?
Yes.
Several
He-
beers?
Well, not several. He'd have a couple probably.
Yeah, and
but
he could
Dad
hold it
was-
the whole time.
Yeah, Dad was
Well done.
remarkable.
Well,
I
did they
mean,
call him the Camel Hancock?
He was the man. Yeah.
Yeah, he could hold that liquid for a long
It
time.
was impressive, is all I can tell you.
Mm.
Wow.
Very impressive.
But you're right, though, Kelly. It's going to be at Wrigley Field today. If you are on the way to Chicago listening
Yeah.
to KMOX, you're going to get 78 degrees
Think
at
about
first
that.
pitch.
Think about that.
78 degrees
It's like
and
a
sunny.
Ferris Bueller day.
Hmm.
You guys remember that movie?
Yes.
Would it be good
Of
as a
course.
remake?
Who's pitching today for the Cardinals? Anybody know?
They're not using a pitcher. It's
Oh, well, there you go.
they're just
They're eschewing the pitching position.
it's
Do you
Miles
think they could
Michaelis is
remake
pitching.
Ferris Bueller? Do you think it would be a good remake?
Aren't they remaking it? Or are they
I
doing a
haven't heard
Ferris
that.
Bueller 2 or something?
That
They
does
should-
sound
they
familiar.
need- they
Classic,
to leave
I gotta
things
believe he's
alone.
graduated by now.
Yeah, I think
Well-
he is. Well, I think Matthew Broderick's like getting the judge roles in most shows now. He's so old.
I think he's I think he's on the Van Wilder plan. He's on his 37th semester of high school. So Greece was good. Michael went to Greece.
Lovely,
Amy
man.
was gone. She's been back. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely. My buddy John always talks Greek to me because he's married to a Greek lady.
I am.
And I now have total appreciation for the islands of Greece. The food is incredible. I
Yes.
even learned how to say some of the words that John, mangles here.
Moussaka.
Yeah, moussaka. And it was a lot of fun. Couple of takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
The Europeans, I don't care if it's Britain, Germany, or Greece, they have not figured the bathroom out.
Really?
They have not figured it out. They don't know how to properly place toilets. The showers are always convoluted. They don't have water pressure.
Yeah.
You may have, I don't care if you're in a nice place or a not nice place. We've all traveled to Europe. They have never figured the bathrooms out. That's number one. Number two, I think bras are no longer an article of clothing that's being sold in many places in our world,
Yeah.
Greece in particular. And
Why?
I don't know. It was hard to not notice that nobody wore bras. And the other thing would be that on the beach,
There's
there
a
is
guy.
I don't care if you are 2 years old or you are 80 years old.
Yeah.
There are no longer swimsuits for women that cover the rear end.
Here's a guy that as he ages and he's going to hunch over, his eyesight, his eye line of sight's not going to change a lick.
I got that.
I did it too. Thanks for pointing that
Yeah,
out.
buddy.
But that was my
goodness.
big takeaways
Oh,
of the
that was
people.
great.
It is noticeable. Well, we're not gonna. Again, I just hate to start the show like this.
Well,
Why?
but you've done it.
Well, I feel like you guys don't help. But as Michael said, boobies are like fireworks. It doesn't matter. Everybody has to look.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're attracted to them or not. It's just like,
Everywhere.
oh, whoa, look at that.
If somebody said, "Oh my gosh, there's a topless man over there," nobody looks. Oh my gosh, there's a topless woman, even the nuns look. Everybody wants to go and
The nuns
take
would
a peek.
look. That's a great point. Even the nuns notice.
I'm getting dangerously close to needing a bra myself.
The man's ear.
Yeah,
It's a bro.
I hate to say
Hey,
it.
I know, not to suck up all the time, but one last thing.
Yeah.
We came back on that nonstop flight from Frankfurt to St. Louis, which is an awesome flight. Grateful we have it. We stopped in Frankfurt and went to the Oktoberfest. And if you ever have an opportunity or you're ever considering being in Germany around the time that Oktoberfest is going on, I really encourage you to do it. It was one of the best times I've ever had. It was so much fun. It was one night. We were in Germany all of about 12 hours, 5 of them at the Oktoberfest, and it was just a blast.
Why
And
are they having that thing in September? Seems
I think
like
it's
that
kinda
doesn't
like
make a lot
Mardi
of sense
Gras.
to me.
I think
you
they build it up.
Call
It's
it
a
something
build-up.
else. Don't call it Oktoberfest if
It's
you're
like
going to do
Christmas
it in September,
time.
for the love of Pete. I mean, that's
Oh, this is a good point.
that's
I
like
agree.
that's
I've
like
always
saying
been
the
confused by that.
the Ides of March is in April. No,
Yeah.
no.
I think it's like Christmas time. Christmas is a season.
Mhm.
Oktoberfest is a season.
Well,
But I feel like it started a week and a half ago because they had Oktoberfest in Colorado
It's
2
not-
weeks ago.
it's a misnamed event.
It is.
We start Christmas in November.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we do.
different though.
Down the
It's
hall.
not called Decemberfest.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm with John on this
Yep,
one. I
I'm
think
with
he
Amy.
makes an excellent point.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a season that leads up to Mardi Gras. Everybody realizes it's not
That's right.
Mardi Gras.
It's not Marchi Gras. They don't call it Marchi Gras.
Yeah.
But sometimes Mardi Gras starts in February. I mean,
Fine.
people just get
Yeah.
so
But there's not a month
Oktoberfest
in
is
the
just
name.
a season. I agree.
You can't put the date in the name
Wasn't it
if
October-
the date doesn't correspond.
maybe Oktoberfest started before the month of October was a thing.
To
Maybe it's
celebrate
called.
the oncoming of October.
I'm pretty sure
Maybe that's what it
October's
is.
been around since what's his name? What was his name?
Octavius.
Julius Caesar or whoever it was.
Octavia.
Octavio Dotel was
No,
a pitcher
okay.
for the Cardinals.
Oh,
Well, we may not
he
have
rest in peace.
Frankfurt, but we do have Frank Glad.
hey now.
Well,
aren't we
all right.
glad?
We are.
Hancock and Kelly with us on a Friday.
Wow.
They're with us for the entire 9 o'clock hour.
I
We've
might
got
just leave
There
now.
was a snort.
Scott Jagow on the show. Tom Pagnozzi is going to be on the show today at 11 o'clock. Part of our no prize football pick'em today. He is our celebrity picker, former Cardinals catcher
Yeah, he
Tom
was.
Pagnozzi. And also we've got Danon Hughes talking Kansas City Chiefs. They finally won a game. And Danon's with us at 11:30. A lot coming up on the show today. Thank you for being with us on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call the Lance Story Law Firm today and let us get between you and the IRS. We'll protect your rights, including your right to appeal or even your right to take the IRS to tax court. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney team who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Story Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis, or visit Lance, DRURY, law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
I'm Kristen Press. And I'm Tobin Heath. We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of The Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to The Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Hi, Debbie Monterey with Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, you've been helping families for more than 22 years with your guarantees, your buyers in waiting program, and you were telling me that between now and the end of the year is a good time to sell. Can you share why?
Always good to see you. When it comes to timing, the spring and fall selling season have historically been the most active. However, due to raised home value and affordability, this market still has lots of sellers and buyers on the sidelines. Fact is, between now and year end is a great time to discuss the sale of your home. I have guaranteed sale program solutions for every situation, including instant multiple cash offers, 100% market value, or my trusted guarantee sale program, where I'll sell your home at our agreed upon price, or I will buy it myself.
Sounds like a plan. The time is now. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com, GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, focusing on the Siteman Kids program at St. Louis Children's Hospital, and Dr. Mohammed Abdul-Baki.
I think we're definitely one of the top brain tumor programs in the whole country and in the world as well. We are the top program in Missouri that has trained pediatric neuro-oncologists.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, go to siteman.wustl.edu.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX, sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
Hancock and Kelly, it is a Friday on the Chris and Amy Show. They are with us until 10 o'clock. And, gentlemen, we did learn late yesterday that the ex-director of the FBI, James Comey, was in fact indicted by a grand jury. And it I don't know, from everything I have seen so far, most things I have seen so far, a lot of people are confused by this indictment and certainly are confused about what it means moving forward that this was done. And the president basically said, I want this done. And then it was done by the Department of Justice. How do you see this event?
Well, it's unprecedented for a president to publicly call for somebody to be indicted, at least so far as I know. One thing I've not seen anybody talking about yet is, now, I suspect this case is going to get dismissed, but if it actually goes through to a trial, James Comey, as a former member of the FBI, is under a whole lot of strictures about things he cannot talk about. And that would include whatever knowledge he may have had from whatever was uncovered in the Russia investigation, for example. And I believe that as part of his criminal defense, he will not be under those strictures. So this could end up being fairly embarrassing for the administration as the thing plays out. But I sort of suspect the judge is just going to dismiss the charges.
Interesting that Comey is one of the few people in this both sides world that we live in that has both sides who don't like him. Yeah. Typically people have been, put into a camp. I mean, the Democrats despise Comey and feel like he threw the election for Donald Trump and Donald Trump point
in 2016.
Yeah, in 2016. And so he's hard to be a sympathetic figure, but it's obvious that the president's moved heaven and earth. He directed his attorney general on social media. He replaced the Eastern District federal prosecutor, put in this Lindsay Halligan, who is his attorney. My understanding from precedent, when these types of indictments come down, that usually the federal prosecutor in the region doesn't even sign those. It's signed by the people who did the actual investigation. She not only signed it only by herself, none of the underlings would participate in it. She went and presented that to the grand jury. And a lot of people say that that is very uncommon. It just feels as though, is this the start of more of this kind of stuff? Because Donald Trump feels like he has a grievance, that he was targeted. Now we can sit and go through the nuances and the difference of the federal prosecution of him in the documents case as opposed to this, but a lot of people view this as like vengeance, and this is great. My question is, where does it stop?
So their belief is, or at least, I don't know if they actually believe it, but what they have said for years is that Biden directed the Department of Justice to go after former President Trump. I don't believe that to be true at all. I think they acted independently. Yeah. They believe that it was the president. So that sort of seems to set up, down the road, Trump doing the same thing back to them, and then everybody going, well, see, if it's good for one, it's good for the other. I don't know that these two are the same, are they?
No.
I do think the New York criminal case that Trump was eventually found guilty. I do think that was a political charge.
Also not Biden, though. He has
it was right. It was the New York district attorney.
Right.
Yeah, I do think that was a political case, and I think it was a bad case, and I think it set a bad precedent. The Georgia case, the RICO case in Georgia, I think was an overreach for prosecution. And at the time when that was all going on, you may recall, my point was those political cases, A, set a bad precedent, and B, their existence undermines the credibility of what I consider to be a very significant case, which was the documents case, hundreds of classified documents. And that case never ended up seeing the light of day. But I think a lot of people kind of lump all of those in together. And that wasn't the Justice Department per se pursuing Donald Trump. It was a special prosecutor, it was a special counsel that was appointed by Merrick Garland. He also brought charges in D.C. on the January 6th matter, which, it's never got litigated. So nobody knows if those charges were real or not. But the documents charges were and are real.
John, I always want to be some kind of voice of hope that things can turn around. But right now, I do feel very disheartened with the vindictive and petty nature of the indictments that we're seeing, that you could say, oh, well, tit for tat, this is what the Biden administration does. Well, who's going to bring down the temperature? And second, I do think there is some real tumult within the Republican Party regarding free speech. And it's dividing the Republican Party. Pam Bondi made her egregious statement, which she realized was a huge mistake when she said there's free speech and hate speech. They're two different things. No, they're not. And she walked it back. Trump didn't. The fact that Trump didn't walk it back, do you see a split in the Republican Party regarding free speech?
Not right now. I mean, there's disagreement about it, but none of this stuff ends up spilling over on Donald Trump within his base. And this is a presidency that's unique in that the president really has little concern about speaking to the public, to the Americans. His concern is focusing on and buttressing and inspiring his base of support. And that's what he's done. And that's the one thing that's consistent between Trump 1 and Trump 2. He's not somebody that's persuasion is not necessarily, in his bailiwick. He wants to reinforce his base, and divisions that exist in the country are useful for him in that process.
I'd add one more thing that he wants, which is vindication. And he's been saying that since when he was running all along, in retribution for what he believed happened to him. He said during the presidential campaign, I'm going after these people. We're going to throw these bums out, etc. And so I think you're spot on with what you said, John, but I think we're also seeing a Donald Trump who be damned the consequences. He doesn't care if this breaks the larger dam and going after Hillary Clinton. And he doesn't care if Bernie Sanders becomes president and goes after the underlings. I mean, I just worry that we've crossed a Rubicon here that may never come back, but how many times have we said that over the last decade or so?
Hancock and Kelly with us on a Friday. It's the Chris and Amy show. Major Garrett is with us every Thursday just after 10:30, and he said something yesterday that was striking to the two of us and would like to get your thoughts, gentlemen, on what he had to say. With us until 10 o'clock. Again, Hancock and Kelly on the Chris and Amy show, 104.1 FM KMOX.
Who's been talking about St. Louis sports since 1985? Bernie Miklasz.
Chaim Bloom's going to do this. He's going to tell people exactly what a rebuild means and exactly what his plans are. And I don't know whether people get mad or they'll appreciate the honesty, but the worst thing the Cardinals can do, they just got to move forward with it. If it means taking their lumps with negative fan reaction, well, they've already gone through that.
Bernie Miklasz. Hear what he has to say on the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Currently at 66 degrees, a high today of 82, mostly sunny all day long. Tonight, clear with a low of 54.
Brought to you by Duke's Mayonnaise.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. Has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Vira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure. Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft in a breach or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it. Guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
Chris Raunchy, Amy Martzkors, because life is too short for boring radio. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Fish?
Yes,
Sounds like
yes.
fish.
It is the fish.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this where he plays the vacuum cleaner?
No, who's that?
No, you guys
They
are talking
do.
about Fish the band,
Yeah.
and John's talking about Fish the song.
Yeah.
And this is Yes the Band.
Yeah, fish.
Is this song called Fish?
The Fish.
Oh, is
but
this
it's
Fish
yes.
the band?
No, this is yes.
It was a total miscommunication that I got to watch everything happen.
This was a real who's
It sounds
on
like
first
fish.
conversation.
It sounds like fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
no,
that's-
yes.
that's why it's called
yes,
the fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's yes.
Third base.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That was fun.
I was making a joke that it sounds like fish.
I thought
get
it
it.
was fish.
You mean Fish like the jam band,
Yes,
like the Grateful Dead.
PHISH.
You meant Fish the song,
The Fish.
and
I
the,
didn't-
the band is Yes,
Yes.
right?
But so when Matt said yes, fish, I thought it was Fish, the band.
No, it's the fish.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, this is too much levity. Let's bring it down.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So we chatted with Major Garrett, CBS Chief Washington correspondent, yesterday, and we were talking about what we just talked about a few minutes ago, James Comey and the indictment, and this vindictive approach, this personal grievance approach to prosecutions, to getting people fired, and so forth. I brought up the tit for tat mentality. Well, hey, your guy did it to my guy, so now it's my turn to do it to you. And we asked Major Garrett about this, and I thought he had a really good response.
I said there are parts of American politics right now that feel like no one forgives and nobody forgets. And he said, well, that's sort of the story of the Middle East for the last 60 or 70 years. Nobody forgives and nobody forgets. And if nobody forgives and nobody forgets, meaning you never forget something that a rival did to offend or bother you, if you never forget, if you keep a list and that list never has anything erased from it or forgotten or forgiven, but it only gets longer and longer and longer, then your grievances grow deeper and deeper and deeper, and your unwillingness to compromise or seek common ground becomes even more pronounced. He said that's one of the inherent problems of the Middle East in all of its various ways it plays out. He said if that becomes a part of American politics, you will find it increasingly difficult to move even on small things, let alone big things.
Sounds about right to me. I mean, I don't know that I have any disagreement with him.
Just looking at the future of Congress, looking at the future of our two-party system, because as you guys have said, we're set up for a two-party system. People may not like it, but that's the way our government is structured. It's the way it's going to be. But if those two parties build such a deep resentment that they can never work together again, that fundamentally destabilizes the structure of the government.
Yeah, I think that's right, and it's deeper than the forgetfulness thing. It's if you go back to the 1960s, there was a fairly significant ideological overlap between Democrats and Republicans, and that overlap began to narrow, and so that by the time Ronald Reagan was president 40 years ago, there was an overlap, an ideological overlap, but it was pretty narrow. Today, there is zero ideological overlap. The Democrats have one bell curve and the Republicans have another bell curve, and the two do not meet. And so we have realigned ideologically in the country, and there's really no such thing as a conservative Democrat anymore, and there's no such thing as a liberal Republican. I mean, people get called liberal Republicans, and the irony of that is that the folks that this regime is calling liberal Republicans are in fact conservatives, who,
like me.
Yeah,
I'm a rhino, I guess.
Yeah, but that's as big of a part of this problem as the personal vindictiveness.
And it's compounded by the fact, I mean, John and I have been in this, but you've been in it longer than me.
Yes,
But let's say I've been professionally at 25, fighting with him for 20 years, running races. He and I used to have competitions against each other. I'm going to be working in 4 or 5 of the most consequential elections that the region's going to have, and I won't be fighting a Republican. It will be Democrats on Democrats, and vice versa. I mean, we just had a gubernatorial election that was about Republicans. And so in this time where we have this disdain for each other, it's being driven even further by these partisan primaries where you're trying to sow that discontent and further drive it apart. And you don't get any even reasonable choices.
So to me, it seems there is really only one solution to ending all of this. And I don't think the solution is going to play out because it takes literally everybody to participate. And that means all of the moderates who are out there, and most of the public claims to be moderate. That means moderates have to participate in primaries.
Yep.
If you don't want the craziness anymore, if you don't want it, you have to participate in primaries. If you think the candidates are nuts, then you need to go out there and vote for people who are more like you. And if you don't want to do that during a primary, then you're going to get the crazy candidate and you're going to say, well, it's my party. I'm going to vote for my party. So I guess I'll vote for the Democrat. I guess I'll vote for the Republican. Even though that Republican is crazy, I'm still going to vote for them because I can't vote for a Democrat.
It's not just moderates. It's all these people that swing back and forth. There's a large chunk of the electorate out there that only votes in November of presidential years. They don't vote in midterms. They don't,
It's most people.
It's it's not most people,
Isn't
but
it?
it's a good chunk. And those folks ideologically might be all over the spectrum. They're not just necessarily moderates, and there's swing voters in there that kind of go back and forth. But you are right, Chris. If more people participated in primaries, and look, most of the political jurisdictions in this country, the vast majority of them are either Democrat or Republican. And so look around us, St. Louis County, whoever wins a Democratic primary is going to win countywide. St. Louis City, same thing. St. Charles County, it's just the opposite. Whoever wins a Republican primary wins in November. And so voters who want to have a voice in picking their leaders ought to recognize which primary is going to determine who the elected official is and get involved in it and vote in it. That does solve the problem. If folks believe there is a problem, that would certainly address it.
And it's a hard pill to swallow for some people. Therefore, they check out. I mean, I couldn't imagine if I lived in St. Charles walking into the primary and saying, hey, I'd like a Republican ballot. I mean, it's hard for me to do. But if I really wanted to have an impact on who's going to run St. Charles, that's exactly what needs to happen. As somebody, and vice versa. If you're a Republican and lives in St. Louis County, sure, you can go vote in the Republican primary. But it ain't going to decide who runs your county. And so if you think the nut that's running the county, wherever it might be, is too nutty, then you better participate in that primary. And that's unfortunate.
It's really hard. Why is it so hard to get people to want to do it, though? Because they don't think it's important enough. At the time, maybe they just don't understand how important primaries are, or they think that, I'll come around whenever it's time for the general.
Isn't it because our whole mentality has become so federalized? I mean, almost every debate we're having is around this larger national debate, and so much focus comes on to November that people are fired up for November, but they don't realize all the decisions are being made in the primary times. Happens to be August here.
80% of the elections in this country are decided in the primary period.
That's not good.
No. Well, it's neither good nor bad. It just is. And, and as the parties themselves have become more ideologically homogenous, more and more people don't really fit into either one. And so a lot of people, who may have been historical Republicans or historical Democrats don't really feel an affinity to what those parties are today. And the natural reaction to that is just to drop out and not participate. And I think we're seeing that. And so that exacerbates the problem of the more extreme candidates prevailing in these primary elections.
People feel hopeless and helpless,
but they're not.
Yep. But it's really hard to convince millions of people of that.
Thomas Paine. You remember him?
Common Sense.
Yeah.
Yep. He wrote Common Sense. And he had gotten to America in 1774, and not long before, all heck broke loose out there. And what he discovered is that the people who had been now for generations living in the colonies just assumed this is the way things are. The king's going to do what the king's going to do. There's nothing I can do about it. And his little pamphlet began to inform people that they actually had some control here. They actually could make things different. They could change. They had the power to change their reality. And a few of them got it. And that pamphlet spread, and a few more of them got it. And then people who mattered got it. People who had economic interests got it. And within a span of just a couple of years, we rebelled against a system that many thought was just inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're at a point in time right now where people need to recognize that we do have power here.
Well, and it's where you and I are at. I mean, right? Yep. I mean, we've come to the recognition. John mentions it. St. Charles is a Republican county. Well, we got to make sure that we're picking the right Republican. City of St. Louis is a Democratic city. We ought to be invested in making sure we're picking the right Democrats, because the system that we've got right now encourages the craziness. Because less and less people are participating. It's really unfortunate.
But I do think too, the malformative trends aren't just restricted to the electorate, which we see dysfunction, right? We're talking about the dysfunction. There's also dysfunction within the government itself.
Oh, yeah.
Congress could use a pamphlet about its power, because we're almost seeing the branches of government ascribe their own powers to the other branches. We have a president who wants the Supreme Court to make laws. Congress is almost acting as if they're the ones who should be adjudicating the laws that the president makes or that the Supreme Court's going to decide. And I think we're seeing huge dysfunction within the government itself. The branches aren't operating the way they're supposed to.
No, they're clearly not. And I don't know, I don't have a prescription on how to fix that, because the executive authority.
Like, we need a pamphlet for Congress. Like, seriously, the congressional members have no idea what they're supposed to do.
Or if they do, they're not doing it.
Doing
And you've got an expansionist executive branch, which is great when you have the power, and not so good otherwise. But the long-term health to the country is not good when one branch, the executive branch, which already has got millions of employees in it, when you cede so much power to that one branch. And we have a Supreme Court presently that believes in expansionistic executive powers. And so, I mean, we are where we are.
Vote in primaries.
Please.
Hancock and Kelly with us, Chris and Amy on a Friday here. We have our question of the week results. We'll get to those and ask the guy's opinion on that question. Also, the NGA is opening today. It's happening today, and it's been a huge project that has been coming for a very long time. What's it mean for St. Louis? We'll get their thoughts on that as well. And also, Amy,
we're excited to talk to you about our new partners.
Yes, we are.
Krentz Financial, Todd Krentz, Justin Brown, and Kyle Busch. For over 6 decades, Krentz Financial Group has been helping St. Louis families and St. Louis businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. So you've got your goals, and that's what they help you with, your goals, not their own pre-prescribed plan. They tailor it to you.
And Krentz Financial is prepared, or they will help you do that as well. They will have an expert by your side, giving you that confidence and assurance that you need, because maybe you've got a business that you're selling, or it's possible there is some other financial strategy you are looking for. You're focused on what happens down the road. Krentz Financial is the place to go.
Yeah, we've had our midweek, midday, midlife.
Yeah.
Because if you're 35, 40, 45,
starting
50,
to think about this stuff.
It's a weird time,
Yeah.
man. You could just be having a kid. You have young toddlers. Maybe you have kids in college. Maybe you're going through a divorce and you're about to start over, or maybe you're really thinking about retirement for the first time. They get it. Life throws a lot at you, especially at this age. Sit down and talk with them. They can help you craft a plan.
And Krentz Financial, they're proactive. They are going to make sure that you can enjoy your retirement, because that's what we all want, right? We want to be able to get to that point of our lives and be able to enjoy it and know that we did it right.
So visit them today, kfgadvisors.com. That's Krentz Financial at kfgadvisors.com.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up. KMOX welcomes Trans-Siberian Orchestra and their monumental tour, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, to Enterprise Center December 23rd at 3 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. And right now, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is offering their lowest ticket price in years, starting at $55 including fees, only for a limited time. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos. And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level. It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon. Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
So the autumnal equinox happened recently, which means it's fall. Technically, it is fall.
Great name for a band.
Yeah, so
autumnal equinox.
Yes.
We had our question of the week then, because it's fall time, right?
Oh, yeah.
And September, October, November are basically fall. Which is the best fall month? And I said there's one that's going to run away with it, and the results are in. And in fact, October has won with 72% of the vote. September came in second with 16%. And November about 12%. Yeah. So I think all these months are great. September is the end of the regular season of baseball. Weather starts to cool. You get October then. Whew, October, the weather is getting perfect. Mm-hmm. You got Halloween.
Yeah.
You have all these fall fests that are starting.
Leaves are changing in October.
And November just has Thanksgiving. That's
Which
it.
is the best, but okay. Which is the best, but it kicks off the Christmas season.
Which is also the best.
Which is the very best season, but that's not what we're talking about here.
No.
We're talking about more like meteorological seasons.
I'm for September.
What?
And the reason why is that I like to have still have the summer days where it's going to be 85 degrees. I can get out there and play golf, etc. You may
This
get a
weekend.
cool night where you can put a little hoodie on or something. My problem with October is I feel like everybody looks alike in October. The girls all get those jeans with the the
hats.
parka thing and then the brown hat and
Yeah.
the boots that come up to your face, which is fun to see
Brown
once or
hat.
twice.
Brown hats.
But then when you go everywhere, everybody's wearing the same outfit. That's what I feel like. October is the start of the uniform.
Where you get these brown hats from?
I don't know.
I know exactly what
you're
you're
talking
talking
about. I know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about.
talking
These
about.
girls
It's-
all dress alike in
It's
October.
it's like the knee-high boots.
You guys not pay
the
attention to
skinny
girls?
jeans,
I know what you're talking about.
then
All right.
like the sweaters and the ponchos, and then the brown hat.
Yeah. I
Brown
And,
get
hat.
it.
it's, and they're all named
it's too much.
Ashley, but it's spelled like ASHLEEIGH, like a weird Ashley.
And then we do
Ashley?
flannels, and
Ashley?
the
Okay,
men
Ashley.
start to do flannels and vests. What's the big deal?
I know,
think it's
but
great.
it's just it's also the harbinger for what we're about to do, which is to
Yeah.
bundle up like
I
Michelin
love
men.
bundling up. I think the more layers you have, the classier you
I
look.
agree with
Weigh
you.
12 pounds.
I agree with you. It's nice. All right, guys, before we say goodbye here, the NGA West facility,
Yes.
the campus is opening today. That's a project they've been working on for years. The point is to sort of revitalize that part of North St. Louis, pretty close to where it's on Jefferson. It's going to be pretty close to where Crown Candy is, or is close to that. So how much it has not done much in the way of improving the surrounding areas. There hasn't been a whole lot of investment in the surrounding areas. Will that come?
Hope.
Yeah, I think it's possible. How many people they employ? Like thousands of people there, right?
Yeah, it's like 4,000 people.
And so you would think that that would be a place where restaurateurs would set up, and maybe even a grocery store. You don't have a lot there. The key is going to be what they do with the properties, the troubled properties that are right there.
Right.
And the tornado, I think, struck through part of that area, part of that footprint. But if you had the question is, if you had a nice housing stock and it was a safe area, could that part of North St. Louis be reinvigorated? I think yes.
I think anything that comes along with the revitalization is bonus and gravy on top of what's already happening. And that was the preservation of those jobs. And more importantly, the future of the world is around this mapping stuff and satellites. And that's what happens here. Our entire military government is dependent on it right here in North City. So it could potentially bring other businesses, satellite groups that would then be a part of it. So the biggest impact is inside of those walls, regardless whether or not we get the other stuff, which I'm hopeful comes.
Quick note on that as we say goodbye. I think Boeing suspending some of its F-18 production here for 2 years
Yep.
because of the union negotiations.
Well, I mean, that's what's being said. You'd have to believe them and take them at their word. But I don't think that you make long-term military decisions related to planes in the midst of a 60-day strike.
Well, and I got to think
think that's the case.
that the fact that some of these countries are securing their warplanes from elsewhere now because of tariff policy. I can't remember the country that just announced, but they're buying their fighter planes from elsewhere, and so I think that's probably
President Trump's tariffs
problematic.
Pile it on to something else that could be problematic for us. I think this will eventually get figured out. And look, the F-18
You're
is
talking about
phasing-
Boeing.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Boeing situation will get figured out. The F-18 is phasing out. The new plane is coming. They will be building this plane when our grandchildren are alive.
That'll be a news flash for
You
you.
already
buddy.
have a grandchild.
Oh, wow.
Kids,
Exactly.
Michael.
They'll be building it forever.
John's the only one that's
And I'm already got grandchildren.
Hancock and Kelly, you're the best. Go do whatever it is you're about to do.
See you guys.
John Hancock, Michael Kelly with us. Hour 2 of the show is coming up next, and it is Fan Appreciation Night tomorrow at Energizer Park because City SC is about to play their final home game of the season. We'll talk to Chief Experience Officer Matt Seebeck next on KMOX.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Kyle Bush with Cringe Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. How many times have you changed jobs over the years? If you're like many professionals, you may have left behind one or more 401ks. Unwatched, unmanaged, and potentially your largest retirement asset. Just because it's out of sight doesn't mean it should be out of mind. Let's make sure it's working as hard for your future as you are. Your goals, our mission, start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Servicing. Member FINRA/SIPC. Prince Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
Mid-America's most trusted voice for news. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Think back to the holiday season last year. You're surrounded by your family. It's been months since everyone has been together like this. Everyone is talking and catching up, sharing stories and laughing, and your grandson is real quick-witted. He cracks a joke and everyone seems to laugh. But you missed it. How does that make you feel? Do you start to disengage? Do you feel disconnected from the group? I'm Dr. Colleen Bosler, and I don't want this to happen to you this holiday season. Come visit Dr. Adam Voss and me at the Audiology Center for our Here for the Holidays event happening in the month of October. We're offering free hearing screenings, free earwax removals, free consultations, and a $500 coupon towards the latest hearing aids. Call us today to make an appointment for this special event through the month of October. 636-441-7470 or visit us online at theaudiologycenterstl.com.
At 10 o'clock, we have sunny skies, 69 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. New data from the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge released Friday. It showed a slight increase in inflation for the month of August. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady has details.
Good news. It only ticked up slightly from 2.6% to 2.7% annually. Sure, that is still moving away from the Fed's 2% target, but it does support their position to move to focus towards the labor market and cut interest rates like they did last week. But the investors that I'm talking to are saying, look, inflation is still stubborn or persistent. They don't like the direction that it's moving in, but at least it is not runaway as of now.
KMOX political analyst Hancock and Kelly have a few thoughts about last night's announcement that former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted in Virginia, accused of making false statements to Congress about an alleged information leak. Democrat Michael Kelly says some on the political right see the indictment as retribution for President Trump.
Joe Biden politically weaponized the Department of Justice to come after him, to get back the classified documents. And to the rationale of people who don't like James Comey and who've bought into Donald Trump, this is just turnabout as fair play.
Republican John Hancock says he expects the case will be thrown out. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke before the UN General Assembly today, chastising Western leaders who said they support a Palestinian state.
Giving the Palestinians a state 1 mile from Jerusalem after October 7th is like giving Al-Qaeda a state 1 mile from New York City after September 11th. This is sheer madness. It's insane, and we won't do it.
An 85-year-old man headed to prison for child sex crimes committed in St. Louis County. Prosecutor Melissa Price-Smith says Thursday's sentencing of Robert Linton means he will never harm the victim or any other child again. In August, a jury found Linton guilty of first-degree statutory sodomy and child molestation. The prosecution and defense teams agreed on a 30-year sentence, the minimum for the crimes due to his advanced age. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, with the opening of the new new NGA building. What happens to the old one? The federal agency will be moving into the new digs in phases. If the property isn't acquired by another federal agency, the General Services Administration will deem it as surplus. That means it could become available to local government or nonprofits. Otherwise, it will be put up for sale, typically by auction.
Warm this afternoon. We'll have plenty of sun with a high of 82, then clear skies, low 58 tonight. Sunny and warm again tomorrow with a high of 84. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Sunny skies now, 70 in Florissant, 67 in St. Peters, 69 downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has brought cheers to their fans for decades with the best styles, cutting-edge tech, and good old family values. Get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back. Giddy up!
RENNER. The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX. Brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. Twists, turns, and tons of fun await the new rides at St. Louis Union Station.
City gonna win this one to move to 7 W's on the season. Final whistle does confirm it. Final score: St. Louis City 3, San Jose 1.
Well, I lied to you. I said that FC's or City SC's final home game is tomorrow. It's not. They are playing LAFC tomorrow. But then the final home game will be October 18th. So there are 2 games left to go at Energizer Park. They have Real Salt Lake. That will be the last game of the season on October 18th. But tomorrow it's LAFC. Joining us now, Chief Experience Officer for City SC, Matt Seebeck, who is with us on KMOX. Good morning, Matt. We're looking forward to tomorrow. What's in store for the people who show up to Energizer Park?
Yeah, well, beautiful weather first and foremost, right? So good.
Finally.
I know, finally for us, it'll be a nice night at the park. LAFC, good team coming into town. They just added some superstars to that roster, so game is will be sold out. It's gonna be fun. It's Hispanic Heritage Night for us, so we'll be doing a ton of fun stuff down there. Should be a great time.
Excellent. What will some of the Hispanic Heritage activities include?
We have a really big supporter group, Santos, that has a really nice presence there. They play a lot of music in the supporter end, so they'll be on display. And really, like every game for us, we do a ton of interviews with people from the community and artists and DJs and chefs. And so, that'll really kind of come full center around the Hispanic community tomorrow night.
And also, you are going to be acknowledging the 1 millionth fan who has come through the gates. That's happening tomorrow, right?
That's right. Yeah, we don't quite know who that is yet, but it'll be a surprise for all of us. But I think 1 million, kind of a nice milestone for us to celebrate our 3rd year in the league here, and million fans through the gate is pretty exciting. I don't know. So that's one of those moments that's tough to imagine when shovels were in the ground 5 years ago and we're building a stadium. But yeah, we'll celebrate the millionth fan through our gate tomorrow night.
What happens to that person when they come in?
They get mobbed.
We can't tell you that, Chris. We can't.
Okay. Like
yeah,
they get
circumstance.
All right. So they're getting pulled out of line and taken in back, and something happens to them. It's nothing like that, right?
Yeah, no, they'll be whisked away, and we'll provide a magical experience for that fan.
Okay, I just want to be. I would love to be whisked.
I've never been whisked away.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, kind of one time with TSA, which was not fun, but it's not going to be like that at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It'll be glorious.
Also, coming up on Sunday, there's a City 2 game, and at the City Pavilion, a couple of players from the big club are going to be out there doing autographs and photos.
Yeah, I mean, the City 2 experience is great. If you haven't been, you should certainly check that out. It's very, kid and family friendly. Sunday's the last regular season game. But we'll actually have a couple of first team players out there at the pavilion signing autographs. Marcel Hardal and Timo Baumgartel will be out there. We're also running a Goodwill drive with our partners at Goodwill. So if you drop off anything, donate, clothes, used items, you'll get 50% off our first playoff game, which is exciting because the City 2 team, which is, the stars of tomorrow for us, they're in first place. They've clinched first place in their conference. So we're really hoping for a deep playoff run that runs right here through Energizer Park for City 2 this year.
Now, Fan Appreciation Night is Saturday, October 18th. That's the last home game for City SC. Rumor on the street is that you guys are going, quote, all out. What does that mean?
That's the rumor on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's our Fan Appreciation Night is always our last regular season game. And it's just a time for us to obviously say thank you to the fans who stuck with us through thick and thin. So there'll be a lot of kind of ways and surprises that we put fans front and center. There'll be a ton of giveaways. There'll be some fireworks, so to just be a bit of an elevated experience, for those fans and really to put them front and center.
Matt, I've been to a couple of games this season, and I will say that they have been, the fan base has even though it's been a very down year and the last couple of years have been disappointing, the fans have come out and they are still there and still active and into it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the fans are outstanding. They are the heartbeat of the stadium for us, for sure. And it's one of those things that, through thick and thin, I don't personally control the results on the field, but it should still be the best party in St. Louis. And that's really what we're trying to create. And the fans are such a big part of that and the energy they bring every single week for us.
We were talking to Dale Schilly recently, and yes, it's been a down year. You mentioned through the thick and thin, but he also said MLS is kind of set up for quick turnarounds for teams. We saw that with Cincinnati. They went from being one of the worst teams to the top teams in MLS. So I think that does make it exciting and somewhat unique on how quick a turnaround can happen, even if you have a disappointing season.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, to bring it full circle, like we believe we have such a tremendous asset in, City 2 and some of the youth that we're bringing up. So between, acquiring new players, but also kind of growing our own here at City 2, we've had a lot of City 2 players that have been able to come up and show what they're about. Brendan McSorley is one of them that scored 2 goals for us last week for the first team. So, yeah, I mean, the turnaround can be very, very quick. So, we're excited to close out really strong here and then build for next year.
Matt, love talking to you. We are looking forward to tomorrow and then Fan Appreciation Night on October 18th. 2 more home games for City SC at Energizer Park. Enjoy the game tomorrow, my friend.
Always a pleasure, Chris and Amy. Thank you.
Matt Seaback, Chief Experience Officer for City SC. Again, they will play tomorrow against LAFC, and that will be the second to last home game of the season. No playoffs this year, but it's going to happen next year.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
Pretty impressive.
Chris and Amy, when we come back, we're going to talk to John Rooney, voice of the Cardinals, who are getting ready for their final series of the season. They play at Wrigley Field against the Cubs this afternoon. 1:20 first pitch. John Rooney next on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey, it's Tom Ackerman. Football is back, thank goodness. And Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long. You can play right now in Missouri, and playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more during football season. There is nothing better. Download the app today and sign up with promo code TOM. That's really important. Promo code TOM to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code TOM. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. Sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
Now the John Rooney Conversation on KMOX. Sponsored by Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. And if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
We're going to talk with John Rooney here in just a moment on 104.1 FM KMOX. Amy, it is. I don't like it. I got to tell you, I don't like it. I don't like that it is the final home game of the season. Or a final series of the season on the road at Wrigley Field against the Cubs. Then it's it. Three games here.
Here's my mentality. I am bummed. Absolutely. Will I watch cold baseball, the baseball playoffs?
Yeah.
Even without the Cardinals in it? Yes, because I love playoff baseball. And in order to keep myself from being too despondent by the fact that the Cardinals are not in the playoffs, one, you focus on the Blues. You think about hockey season, preseason games this weekend, season starts October 9th. Secondly, you tell yourself this: Labor Day is almost Christmas. Christmas gets here in a blink of an eye. Once Christmas gets here, it's January. What is that? Winter warm-up. The next thing you know, pitchers and catchers are reporting, hot dog, we're in the Heim Bloom era of Cardinals baseball. It's going to be a blink. It's going to be a blink. So don't be too depressed. I get it. It's depressing, but do not fall into the depths of despair because we've got Blues hockey and Christmas. And the next thing you know, the pitchers and catchers will be reporting.
Look, I agree with you. You're right. And honestly, I think because I love the winter time so much, I love Christmas. I love all that. I don't know. So sometimes when pitchers and catchers are about to report, I'm thinking, oh man, we're going into summer, which is good, but also I hate the heat. I'm a very complicated person, Amy.
Oh,
I love baseball. So. I love it. I wish it was around more often, but I hate the heat. So I have really conflicting thoughts.
You talk out of both sides of your mouth.
I really do.
That's fine. I do want to make a quick note since we've mentioned Christmas. Will you be pursuing your annual campaign?
Oh, Liberals for Christmas?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Because we have been apparently at war on Christmas for years, I've been told. So I have my support group, Liberals for Christmas.
Is it your support group or did you start it? I
started it and I needed support from other people.
Is it bigger than the Save My Sheriff group?
Well, yeah, it has to be. It's been around for a lot longer. It's got wider appeal because Liberals for Christmas is around the country. It's countrywide, you know?
All right. Back to baseball. Do you have your World Series winner pick? I have mine.
No, I haven't thought about it enough.
Okay.
Because the Tigers have really screwed me on this one because there was a part of me, a big part back in May that thought that team might win the whole damn thing. Otherwise, I would be worried if you have to play the Phillies.
Mm-hmm. Phillies are always a concern.
They are very, very good. I am not that worried about the Brewers. I know people keep talking about them. I think they have maxed out during the regular season. I also thought they were done for the season in like June, and here they are in first place by 7 games, and they could. If they win this weekend, if they sweep this weekend, they'll win 99 games.
Wow.
The Brewers, if you'd have told me back in May or June, hey, the Brewers are going to win close to 100 games this year, I'd have been like, no, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And here they are.
Well, I've got my pick. It is the Cleveland Guardians. I think it's all about being hot at the right time. Nobody cares if you're hot in May, June, and July. Doesn't matter. Sure, it helps. Puts you in a better position. But when you make that final push into the playoffs, and I don't think they're resting on their laurels of overtaking the Detroit Tigers.
Well, no.
This is what happened with the Blues in 2019. It's what happened with the LA Kings. I think it was 2011. I can't remember. But that's what happened with the LA Kings. You knew no one was going to beat the LA Kings.
Well, here's what I'd say about the Guardians. I think it's a nice story. I think, they're going to get into the postseason here, very likely. They haven't clinched yet, but it's very likely they're in. They are tied with Detroit for that top spot in the American League Central. I think when it comes playoff time, I would still be more concerned going up against Detroit than I would Cleveland. So that's my feeling on those two teams. I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm completely dismissing the Blue Jays and Yankees, and I should not be because they're both pretty good, both pretty good teams. I have a feeling the World Series winner is going to come from the National League this year, and I bet it's the Phillies. I also would not count out the Cubs.
Ugh,
I think they've got
gross.
they've
I
got
counted
some.
them out.
They've got some. Well, I did that with the Brewers, and look what happened. They've got some pitching issues on the front end, but they're still pretty good, even though they opened the door for Milwaukee. So I don't know.
Point of Parliament.
And I haven't even mentioned the Dodgers.
I know the Dodgers are.
But the Dodgers, well, they get to the playoffs, and they're still usually the best team.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Point of Parliament was 2012. The LA Kings.
The LA Kings.
On the back of Jonathan Quick. He was a stud that year. Nobody was going to beat them.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Kings.
When the Boston Red Sox won
the
the
only
World
person
Series,
who cares about the LA Kings is John Kelly, who is now the lead play-by-play.
Yeah, that's awesome. By the way,
How about
That's
that?
awesome for him.
He moved to a big market.
Yeah,
That was lit.
He's now with the LA Kings.
Yeah, it's exciting.
FanDuel let him go, and now he's with the LA Kings.
When the
FanDuel
Kings come
Network.
to St. Louis, they're going to zoom in on John Kelly
Yeah.
in the broadcast booth, and Enterprise is going to go nuts.
Well,
I'm telling you,
they
they'll
are
go absolutely nuts
for the appreciation for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, also why the Guardians? Because Boston Red Sox in 2004. Once they beat the Yankees, everybody knew. Well, of course now it's over. They've
Right.
won. I just think you start to get these. You hate to call it momentum because coaches will say, "Well, that doesn't exist," and I get it. But man, there's something when a team becomes unbeatable.
I know some people, and parity is a good thing around sports because you give more cities more opportunities to be a winner. I don't think there's enough parity in the lower ends of baseball, like the Pirates and teams like the Rockies, who are just not going to be competitive at all. But there's something about dynasties and really good teams that's appealing to me.
Okay, I'm so glad you said.
So-
I was going to bring this up. I love dynasties, and I especially love dynasties even when you're in a salary capped league like the NHL. When the Pittsburgh Penguins won 2 in a row, I was like, oh, come on, win that third one. I like the idea of a dynasty. It gives you, we need heroes to revere and villains to hate. You need that. And dynasties help present that villain for you to hate or hero to love.
So let me keep this with baseball because everybody hated the Yankees forever because they spend so much money. But when's the last time the Yankees have won a World Series? They spend a ton of money and they have still not gone. They spend more than just about anybody else. And it's been 16 years since they won.
Yeah.
16. Am I doing that right? Yeah. 2009. So it's not like it's all of it. It's not everything. Spending a lot of money is not everything. The Dodgers. Now, I would take the Dodgers team going into the playoffs over just about anybody else perennially. It doesn't guarantee you're going to win, though. I like the idea of teams that will spend $300 million on payroll. And it's unfortunate for other teams that aren't willing to do it. But in an ideal world, team owners from the other markets see how much the Yankees invest. They see how much the Dodgers invest, and they go, you know what? I need to step up my game here too, and I need to invest a little bit here. Again, that's a Pollyanna ideal world. It doesn't always work out that way, but it does not bother me that there are teams that can spend $300+ million on a payroll and they do it, or the Mets. And the Mets could potentially, let's see, they have not they've not clinched a postseason. The Mets could miss out on the playoffs despite their gigantic payroll. You see what I'm
So-
saying? But I love the idea that Steve Cohen, the owner of
Mhm.
that team, is willing to put a ton of money into the
So
product
does it-
because it tells me he cares.
Does it irritate you then with the Cleveland Guardians, who are what, $100 million payroll,
Yeah.
are having success?
It does not, because that
What if
means
it gives
they
an out, though? It gives an out to owners going, well, Cleveland did
sure.
it.
You're right. It does. But then if you're gonna take that path, you better be really good at it. You better be as good as the Rays are, or Cleveland has been, or Milwaukee, who's got a decent payroll. But some of these teams that are willing to spend not willing to spend very much money, they are really good at the other stuff. They're really good at drafting and developing and figuring it all out. And I appreciate that too. The thing about baseball I like
Mhm.
is there are a million ways to win. You can be really good at the lower levels and draft and develop and then get that right key free agent and win. You can spend $350 million and be good and win. You can do a combination of the two. Like the Dodgers do. The Dodgers, by the way, have a really good minor league system, and they spend a lot on payroll.
So
I love that there are so many different ways to do it.
But when you look at Major League Baseball, all but 7 teams are well under $200 million payroll. From number 7, the Toronto Blue Jays, $253 million, to number 8, San Francisco Giants, $175. I mean, that's a pretty big gap, right?
Mhm.
A $75 million gap.
Yeah.
Does it bother you that there's that discrepancy, or does it feel
Now-
like the Dodgers are
okay.
wasting money compared to the other
No,
teams that
okay.
are under 200 million?
I'm glad you asked that question, but no, it does. Here's what bothers me. It bothers me that there are teams that just say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not investing. Like the Pirates. The Pirates have just said, we're not investing. We're going to take the revenue sharing money, but we're not going to do anything with it. We can develop and raise this good young core of talent, and we're not going to do anything with the payroll to help them out. That bothers me. It bothers me how the Oakland A's had operated for years. It bothers me how, and Tampa Bay is a little bit of a different story, because even if they're good, people don't show up to that ballpark.
They had $86 million payroll.
Right. Right. And so that's the issue I have with all the other teams. For some reason, I give a pass to Tampa, and maybe I shouldn't, but look at their ballpark.
Mhm.
Look at when they are a legitimate World Series contender and they're getting close to the end of the season, there's still nobody in the park. It's crazy.
The Phillies have more payroll injured than Tampa Bay has total
Yeah.
payroll.
Yeah. And the Phillies are very good still.
Yeah.
And they got a $290 million payroll. I love all these different ways that these teams are doing it. If you want to spend a lot of money, spend a lot of money, because ultimately when you are watching your team's World Series parade, you don't care if the payroll was 350 or 86. You don't care, do you? You don't think about it for a second.
As long as you win.
When we come back, we are going to talk to Scott Jagow, coming in from the KMOX newsroom. He's got 3 good things. He loves to roam St. Louis, and he's always chatting with Stumac, and they're always interesting conversations. We'll talk to Scott Jagow next on the Chris and Amy Show. Also, we've got a 4-pack of tickets for Soul on Fire. Soul on Fire, you know this movie that's coming out about John O'Leary, St. Louisan, who was badly burned, and he is he's been an extraordinary inspiration for a lot of people. This movie is about him. The Chris and Amy Show, we've got Ronnie Cinema booked next Thursday, October 2nd, and we got tickets that we're going to give away for that. We have 2 4-packs of tickets to give away for that show in conjunction with Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing for next Thursday. Let's give away one of those 4-packs of tickets right now to caller 6 to the contest line at 314-955-1120, 955-1120. It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events, so call your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent or visit mofbinsurance.com to find an agent near you, and we'll make sure you have the right coverage for each of life's wins.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the people of Missouri, in good times and in bad. We're for Missouri families and Missouri communities. We're for giving back to those communities and lifting people up. And when Missouri weather rips through our state, we're for helping put back the pieces. We're for brighter days and new tomorrows. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. And if you live in Missouri, we're for you.
Currently at 71 degrees, mostly sunny today, a high of 82. Tonight, clear with a low of 53. Weather sponsored by Mosby Building Arts.
Take your basement from storage to stellar during Mosby's out-of-this-world basement sale. Take advantage of the low monthly payments to add a game room, wine cellar, home gym, home theater, and more. Hurry because the sale ends Halloween. Details at callmosby.com.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Is your home, business, or church looking tired, chalky, or in need of curb appeal? Go Rhino. Tired of painting year after year? Go Rhino. Our unique 3M ceramic technology is perfect for brick, stucco, aluminum, steel, color lock masonite, and more. It's backed by our 25-year transferable warranty to not chip, crack, or peel. Great if you're staying, and even better if you're selling. Our ceramic coating allows you to maintain all of your architectural features. The decision to do vinyl will leave your home looking like a plastic moldy box. With Rhino Shield, in 15 years, your home will still have that, wow, it looks like you just got it painted. We've done large condo complexes, parking garages, pole barns, and commercial strip malls. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. Evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, focusing on the Siteman Kids program at St. Louis Children's Hospital and Dr. Mohammed Abdul-Baki.
We have a large global program that people do not know about, thinking this is St. Louis in the center of the country, and we get consulted on a large number of international consults.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, go to siteman.wustl.edu.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. If you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Quote Renter's Insurance at progressive.com.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Your garage door is always there for you, rain or shine. Are you taking your garage door for granted? Is it screeching and whining for attention? Trust Overhead Door Company of St. Louis to keep your garage door reliable. Maybe the old weather stripping needs replaced to keep out the cold and hot air. Call Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, trusted here since 1926. For same-day service, call 314-781-5200 and schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
The countdown to kickoff starts here. Friday's focus on Mizzou, the Chiefs, and the NFL, only on KMOX.
Congratulations, Jeff from St. Louis. Way to go, Jeff.
Why are you so mad at him?
I don't know, Jeff.
What did Jeff do to you?
Jeff won the tickets for next week, Thursday, October 2nd. We are doing a private screening of the new movie Soul on Fire about John O'Leary. William H. Macy is going to be in that
interview
film.
you guys did with him this week.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
Ronnie Cinema, that's where we are going to be in less than a week. So the Thursday, October 2nd. And we still have one more 4-pack of tickets to give away for that. And we are going to do it before the show is over. We've got Scott Jagow in the KMOX newsroom. Oh, and by the way, we also want to thank Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing. Part of their 100 Acts of Kindness. This show, the station, and Jerry Kelly went in on getting Ronnie Cinema to do that show.
It's awesome. Like you mentioned, Jerry Kelly, Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing, 100 Acts of Kindness. But as soon as January 1st rolls around, Scott, Chris, and I are regressing to the mean. Get it?
Yeah.
We're going to be mean.
Oh, you're going to be mean?
Because we don't have to be nice anymore.
You guys are already mean. What are you talking about? You're already mean.
Hold on. Hold the hell on, Scott. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you going to hang out with Jeff?
Shut up, Scott. Yeah, we'll go hang out with Jeff.
I will. Thank you.
So, no, I think that we decided, unless Jerry Kelly says, hey, we want to keep this going. We want to keep 100 acts of kindness. Maybe we want to do 200 acts of kindness in January. If they don't, Amy and I are, instead of acts of kindness, we are regressing to the mean.
Isn't that a great... Aren't we clever, Scott?
You're always clever.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see what acts of meanness you're going to...
Well, it won't be purposeful.
Yeah,
it'll just be our
status quo.
Yeah, status.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that makes more sense. All right.
So
What's
you're
up?
getting old. What happened?
You are too, everybody. No, I just was thinking about it because I've been going through this post-surgery nightmare for the last month of
Your rotator
pain,
cuff.
rotator cuff, bicep, clavicle, all being fixed. And it's just, I've just been thinking about getting old and the things that go with it. But also because I do 3 good things, I try to put a positive spin on stuff. So a couple weeks ago, my 3 good things was about the good things about pain, because pain actually it's a flag for you. It's a way of the doctors call it like the 5th vital sign. So I was just explaining to people the good things that go along with pain. So now I'm going to try to do the same thing, I think, this weekend with getting older. But getting older is, someone once told me recently that the best years of their life was behind them. And I was like, well, I don't like that thought,
sad. Yeah.
Even though it might be true.
Was it Ron?
Whoa.
Was it
Hold
Ron?
It was not. No, I mean, for a lot of people do think that way. Like, it's never. But when you look into getting older, there are a lot of things about it that are quite compelling.
Such as?
So I'm going to start with,
because yesterday we were talking about making old man noises.
Yeah.
Is that part of it? Because with the older you get, you're allowed
Do you
to.
do
you
this,
make
Scott?
noises.
Oh yeah, do you teeth suck?
Don't make that noise.
Yeah, old men.
I don't do that. No.
Do you
Not
blow
yet.
do you blow your nose at the restaurant table? That's another old man activity.
No, I don't think I do that one either.
When you stand up, you go.
I do that one. Yeah.
When you sit down, do you go? Do you do that?
Yeah.
When you get into an Uber, do you go, oh boy?
I do that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I make sounds like a coffee maker in the morning.
He's percolating.
Gross.
So I'll do the serious part first, and then I'll get into some funny things. But wisdom and perspective, I do find that you do have that sense of wisdom. And if you're in a relationship, particularly a new relationship or a new friendship, I definitely see the wisdom and perspective of my years helping me to cope with whenever we have a situation. You know what I mean? Like when you're younger, you just don't have all that. So you don't have the tools, the resources to deal with stuff when things go bad. Maybe deeper relationships too, more time and independence, opportunity for new roles, different career paths that you can take as you get older, things like that. And this one, I don't know. Some of this was from AI. Fewer ailments. I was like, what?
What?
Fewer ailments? This thing says, well, not universal. Older adults often develop stronger immune systems and experience fewer aches and pains. See, this is where AI is just not that good.
I can see making an argument for you get fewer colds. You don't get a cold as much the older you get. You develop more immunity, maybe stuff like that. But everything else falls apart.
Before we get too funny, I will say on your wisdom side of things, I can't tell if I'm grateful for where I am now at 42, like how much I've learned, or discouraged that it's taken me this long to even get here. Do you know what? I still feel young. And I know 42, like, oh, it is young. I get it. But when I was younger, when I was 20, 42 was ancient. I mean, that was old. We talked about Over the Hill, the black balloons and the tombstones. And 42 feels young to me. So I feel like, wow, I'm really kind of figuring out, well, it could be a lot of things. Faith is a big part of my life, and your character, who you are, what makes you tick, all of that. But I'm also kind of discouraged that it took me this long to get here. Does that feel normal? Do you all feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, and I would actually say sometimes I feel like, how did I go up and then come back down?
Yes, right. Well, you have almost more questions.
Over the hill.
Yes.
I don't even know where the hill is. I don't remember being on top of the hill.
I think the hill's
I'm
much
at the
later.
bottom of the hill.
The hill's later than it used to be. But they don't do the over the hill parties anymore. I remember when I was younger, older people around me, they would have these over the hill with the black balloons, all that stuff.
No, I don't see it.
Nobody does that anymore. Wasn't it over 30? 30 was considered the hill, wasn't it? Or was it 40?
It was 40.
I specifically remember when I was a kid, maybe I was about 10 years old. I remember having the thought of, I wonder what my life will be like in the year 2020.
Right.
That would be 50 years old. And now it's 2025.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
But I remember having that thought, like, I wonder what it'll be like. And then you get here and you're like, nothing like I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
not necessarily in a bad way, just different.
Well, how they say the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. I do think there's something with that, with age.
Yeah,
that's
I agree with
a
that.
form of wisdom, is just realizing how much you don't know.
This is a niche thought, kind of. But I used to, when I was working in baseball, I used to think to myself, why do these guys? Because I know what a lot of them are like, and not all of them. There are some really good family men out there in baseball and in professional sports. But I used to wonder, why do these guys get married at 25 and 26? Because I know what they're doing when they're on the road. So why not wait until you're 4? You could, here's what I used to say. You could be 40 years old and find a wife. So why not just wait until then? And I used to think 40 was so ancient looking ahead. But dude, for me, that was 8 years ago, and it doesn't even feel like anything, Yeah. But I remember being 25, looking at these guys like, just wait, man. Wait till you're old. Wait till you're old and 40, and then you can find a mate. Why you?
Sounds like you're talking about a couch or a lawn chairs or something. Maybe you can go out and buy a wife when you're 40.
What I'm saying is, if you're going to be that kind of guy who's on the road and
philanderer,
you can go do that for a while you're playing baseball, and then when you're done, you could be 40 years old and find a nice lady.
I don't know how nice.
But the point is, I used to think that 40 sounded really, really ancient, and it wasn't.
No,
it isn't.
But everybody has a different path. That's the thing. That was part of the wisdom you gain as you get older. You realize, you know what? I am doing life the best way I know how to do it. And there's pitfalls and crashes and great moments, but you come to appreciate those moments, the great ones, because they are kind of few and far between in the daily grind. But I don't know. You have to accept, maybe as you get older, you accept who you are, the decisions you make, even if you make bad ones, hey, that was a Scott decision right there. Even if it didn't go as well as I had hoped, it was like, I was just being me.
Yeah. Does that comfort you?
I do like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get complacent about, if you're not doing life as well as you thought you would, but you're always striving to be better. But I do accept that, this is the way my brain works. It's okay. But I want to hear the perspective of somebody else, a comedian who's been around a long time, Andy Huggins. Yeah, Matt, pointing at you.
Matt's
40 years ago, when I started doing stand-up, everyone told me it was a great way to meet women. We'll see. I joined a dating site for people my age called Carbon Dating. I asked a woman on the site for her number. She told me it was 140/95. The great thing about dating a woman my own age, I don't worry about meeting her parents.
Well, I love that this guy is like 80 years old and is doing stand-up comedy, and he's using his own life, the age that he is, to make people laugh. I think it's great.
That's really good. Is he? I thought he was older than that. Even
He might be. He
But
looks
he's-
about 97.
Yeah, he
but-
does. He's
I was
very
being-
funny.
Yeah. So I wrote down some other ones, some little one-liners that I think are pretty good about getting older. George Burns. You remember George Burns?
Yes.
He smoked cigars his whole life, lived to be like 99 and a half or something like that.
And he was blessed, I've heard. Was that him?
Was
that him?
Yeah, I think so.
That was George Burns.
He said, I was brought up to respect my elders, so now I don't have to respect anybody.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Getting lucky means you found your car in the parking lot.
Oh.
Yeah, you're getting older when you have more patience, but it's actually you just don't care. See, I think that's when you wake up looking like your driver's license photo. When happy hour is a nap. When your address book has mostly names that start with DR.
Oh,
that's funny.
I like that one too.
The opinions of others, which once mattered immensely, begin to shrink in significance. This frees you to engage in hilariously uninhibited behavior. I like that upside. Right? The twinkle in your eye is merely the reflection from your bifocals. You are this one I love, and I really think this is true. You are at the age when you can't keep up with all the things that you hate.
Dude,
I live that life.
Do you know
It's
what
like
that
I get that.
there are so many things now. They've piled up over the years.
You're over it, man.
Yeah,
All these
exactly.
things are just over it.
Have you
I
seen
get that.
video? It's become a meme of Hugh Grant saying how he's just one walking pet peeve. He's like, I can't stand water bottles. I can't stand backpacks. I can't stand people who wear backpacks on the back. I can't stand people who wear backpacks on the front. Coats. Like he just goes on with the most quotidian items, and he's irritated by it all.
What was that word?
Quotidian.
Never say that again.
You know what? You just click the button when we ask you to.
Sometimes I think Amy forgets
I
our
can't even
audience.
spell it to find the definition of it.
Come on, man. You can do it.
How do you look up a word in the dictionary?
Quotidian.
Oh, that easy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Quotidian.
That's how you pronounce it.
That's not what I heard. Oh, by the way, it wasn't George Burns. It was Milton Berle. I was thinking of.
Milton
You know what I'm
Berle.
talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
go ahead.
Just a couple more I've got here. It's a strange realization to be the same age as old people. So
okay.
I think it speeds up, and then all of a sudden, oh crap!
Can I
You're
say
there.
my dad went to some type of, it was like a college reunion breakfast or brunch or whatever. And you know how those Rockhurst kids are. They're always meeting up. Anyway, he walked into the restaurant. He's like, no one was really there. It was like, there was like one table like full of like really old men and whatever. And he's like, so he left. And then his buddy called him, was like, hey, are you here? He goes, yeah, I walked in. I didn't see anyone. And he's like, no, that's us. We're the table of really old men. He left. My dad left the restaurant because he didn't recognize that, oh, that's my group. That's a weird thing. Oh, wow.
Since you mentioned going to a restaurant, I had a random story I found today about a guy who was a customer at a restaurant in New York recently and went on Reddit and told the story of how he got the bill. And there was a surcharge on there of 20%. And it said quiet time surcharge. So he's asked the server, what is this? And the person said, well, management has decided that if the restaurant is empty, we're going to charge you extra because
what?
Really, you're getting the whole place to yourself.
Wait, is this a joke?
No, it's not a joke. It's an
This was in
actual
New
thing.
York?
Yeah, it was in New York City, and it was in the New York Post. The story was in the Post. Yeah.
So we took
quiet time surcharge.
What?
20%.
That's insane because, okay, I can't believe you brought this up when I was just in Colorado and we had a shuttle and you have to book the shuttle. And it's, you say, okay, I need to be picked up at this time or whatever. And at this trailhead. And it's pretty expensive shuttle. It's like $60 a person just for like a 10-mile ride, but you don't have a choice. So I book the shuttle. There's two of us, $120.
Mm-hmm.
And it says just, as a heads up, if there are fewer than 4 people on the shuttle, we charge you $250.
What?
Yes.
See, that's the same concept, really.
Because now we're only picking you up. I'm like, that's a you problem.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not a me problem.
The management person said it's like you're flying on a private jet instead of commercial.
What?
I mean, it's so ridiculous.
But yeah, like
that's a them problem.
That's absolutely a them problem. I've never even.
I mean, it's
heard
a
of
very
such a thing.
warped view
It is.
of dynamic pricing, like what Uber does.
I mean, that's what the shuttle was.
I guess it's the same idea, but boy, I'm not paying that.
Yeah, absolutely not. And here's and I felt bad because I'm looking at the story now, and the server had to come over because the guy says, "What is this surcharge?" And the server comes over and apparently looked sheepish before having to explain. How embarrassed are you to have to explain your stupid owner or manager's policy of I'm charging more? Like it's not the server doing it,
right?
And that server has to tell you, when it's quiet, and there's nobody in here, we charge you more because you're getting the place to yourself.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
But one of the other great things about getting older, blue hair special.
Is that what
Blue
they
hair.
call it?
I know what.
Do they say
yeah.
that?
That's the
Yeah.
5 p.m. That's
4
when you get there at
o'clock, for dinner.
4:58.
Yeah.
You get there at 4:58. You're like, come on, it's 5 o'clock. Open the doors. I love eating early.
I love eating early. I'm not above it at all.
I know.
I
It's
really
great.
like the blue hair hour.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I wish that person, but I know this was in New York, and not here, but I wish that person had identified the restaurant because
They didn't. I couldn't find it either.
Yeah, I'm looking on the Reddit post and they
So-
didn't say anything.
But it's hard to make something like that up. So I was thinking it
I
was
just have
pretty
to trust
credible.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
I experienced it because we were on one ride. We were the only 2 people on the shuttle. So we got dinged.
That's stupid.
Isn't that crazy?
That's not your fault. that people didn't book it.
$250 to go 10 miles.
Sunday morning, 3 good things, roaming St. Louis and chat with Stu Mac.
Stumac, we're talking about preparing for holiday plans. It's coming. I mean,
time.
Thanksgiving,
Love it.
Christmas, right here, right around the
It's
corner.
the most
Stu has
go.
a funny story about his plans this year.
Well, we'll be listening Sunday morning,
6:30 to 9:30. And now that I'm older, my memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. Also, my memory isn't as sharp as it used to be.
Scott
I'm
Jagow.
out.
I'm going to give him a 20% surcharge for
Scott,
that
yeah,
joke.
dude. We'll charge you 40 for that. Scott Jagow, 3 good things, roaming St. Louis, chat with Stu Mac. Listen to him Sunday morning. Right now, it's Chris and Amy on 104.1 FM KMOX.
At 5, when others are running out of steam, the Redbird Rush Hour hits the gas. Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, and Bernie Miklasz bring sharp analysis, fresh insight, and no recycled takes. Real baseball talk for fans who know the game. Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5 on 104.1 FM KMOX, the voice of St. Louis, the unrivaled voice of baseball.
KMOX welcomes Trans-Siberian Orchestra and their monumental tour, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, to Enterprise Center December 23rd at 3 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. A portion of the proceeds benefits Sightman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. And right now, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is offering their lowest ticket price in years, starting at $55 including fees, only for a limited time. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Scammers, stalkers, criminals. They're looking for your personal information and finding it easier than you think. With Incogni, you can reduce your personal information exposure on the web. Your name, address, and phone number are shared on hundreds of public websites right now. Your family details, even where you live. It's all online, collected and sold by data brokers without your consent, putting you at serious risk. Someone could show up at your door, use your information to steal your identity, send scam messages to your parents, or drain your accounts in minutes. Incogni removes your personal data from hundreds of websites that expose your details, making it much harder for the wrong people to reach you. Because if they can't find you, they can't harm you. Get 1 year of Incogni Unlimited for 55% off today at Incogni.com and let Incogni remove your personal data from the web for you. That's INCOGNI.com. Take back control of your privacy and reclaim your peace of mind.
Feel like your paycheck barely keeps up with your life? At the seminar, learn how real people are building passive income and retiring early using real estate. It's all happening live in St. Louis with Lifestyles Unlimited, September 27th and 28th. You'll leave with a step-by-step plan to change your future. Text radio to 88007. That's September 27th and 28th. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007 now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you. Get ready, because here they come.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Beatlemania all over again with the Fab Four, the ultimate tribute to the Beatles. Entertainment Tonight says seeing the Fab Four is just like seeing the Beatles. The Fab Four takes you through the 60s with the music that changed our lives. It's a show you won't want to miss.
Saturday, October 4th at the Family Arena. Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
And the Lovin' Spoonful.
Do you believe in magic?
Saturday, October 25th at the Family Arena with the Hollies' greatest hits, starring Terry Sylvester. Get tickets now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon and the Lovin' Spoonful.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
I don't know if this will be interesting to anyone else, but it will be to Ranj. Recently, there was, one of those polls, ratings systems of the top 10 coolest neighborhoods in the world. Only one is in the United States, according to this poll. You have, I don't know how to say it, Jimboko, Tokyo. You have some in Paris, a neighborhood in Paris, a neighborhood in London. Only one cool neighborhood in the United States. Can you guess what that neighborhood is?
Would I know it if you say it?
Yes.
I bet it's not New York.
Not in New York. It's a neighborhood in... It would be a neighborhood in New York. Do you know what I mean?
It is a neighborhood in New York.
No. It's a neighborhood in a city.
Right. I understand
Yep.
that. I'm wondering if it's going to be in New York
Nope,
City.
It's not.
Midwest?
Yes.
Is it? It's not Missouri.
No.
Is it in Chicago?
Yes.
Is it Wicker Park or Bucktown?
Nope. Avondale?
Avondale. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was rated the 5th coolest neighborhood in the world.
Interesting.
They're very interesting. It's so subjective.
So Avondale's kind of north of all the action. It's north of Wrigleyville. It's up north of that.
There you go.
Huh. Avondale, huh?
Yep.
I never really hung out there much. I guess I'm not very cool.
Because I've been to Wicker Park, which was very cool. That was a cool neighborhood. Maybe it was too obvious.
You know what? It's gotten. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's when it's cool. It's like kind of a best kept secret sort of place.
Yeah.
Though everybody knows Avondale, but nobody really goes to hang out there the way they go to Wicker Park to hang out.
Yeah,
and Wicker Park is now like it's a little corporate.
I mean, Avondale's up there with Sao Paulo, Seoul,
All right, cool.
Paris, Osaka, Helsinki. I don't know.
That's very cool. Well, I guess I need to go to Avondale more. You know what's coming up next?
I do. No prize football pick'em.
It's the No Prize Football Pick'em. We do it every Friday. We're going to pick some games coming up on Sunday. NFL games. We can't wait to do this. And we're going to have our celebrity picker, Tom Pagnazzi. He is going to join the show. Also, listener Jason is participating against Amy and me. The No Prize Pick'em is next on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
IRS, they tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, this is Debbie Monterey, and some of you may know that I moved my mother to St. Louis about a year ago because she's aging and I needed to help her with day-to-day things, including getting her estate planning together. I recently met with the folks at Jansky Law. Martin Jansky is an elder law attorney, and that's exactly what he does. Everything from your power of attorney to advanced estate planning, including probate. Maybe you have your estate documents completed, but a nursing home could be in the future for you or a loved one. Jansky Law can help with pre-crisis and nursing home planning as well. Martin Jansky has 30 years of experience, young or old, no matter what your age. If you love your family and want to make sure that your wishes happen or help them ensure theirs do, call Jansky Law at 314-881-6141 or online at janskylaw.com. That's with a J, JANSKY law.com. Again, JANSKY law.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
At 11 o'clock, we have sunny skies, 73 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch. A Missouri lawmaker says state engineers should never have recommended a statewide expansion of Interstate 70.
Now, there are places along I-70 that I would 100% agree needed to be 3-laned in each direction.
Republican State Representative Don Mayhew of Crocker is an engineer by trade. One of the spots he says could benefit from an additional lane is I-70 through Columbia. However, Mayhew argues he can't justify the cost along other stretches of the east-west route. He says Interstate 44 is another critical artery that's being ignored. State officials have said the full-scale I-70 expansion is critical to reduce congestion and support economic development. Reacting to word of former FBI Director James Comey's indictment for allegedly making false statements to Congress, KMOX Republican analyst John Hancock called the action political prosecution on steroids.
If you're going to pursue this, I would have advised the president not to publicly call on James Comey to be indicted.
Right.
It's just, I think that in and of itself is probably enough to get the case thrown out. I expect the case is going to be thrown out.
Democrat Michael Kelly says President Trump supporters likely see it as turnabout as fair play for one of his harshest critics. Protesters have returned to an ICE processing facility in the Chicago area. They placed signs on the large fence installed outside the Broadview, Illinois site. Agents removed them. Federal agents deployed pepper balls at 50 to 75 protesters standing outside the facility despite the fencing.
Today was meant to be a very peaceful demonstration. We've been writing these handwritten signs and tying them to the gate to send a message and signal that you are not alone. We got to the gate and they shot all three of us with pepper bullets.
CBS News posted video showing someone hitting a demonstrator with a pickup truck near the site in the West Chicago suburb Wednesday night. Demonstrators have been gathering outside the facility for weeks. The superintendent at one of the Metro East's largest school districts has been suspended without pay. The Edwardsville School Board voted in special session Thursday night to put Dr. Patrick Shelton on leave. An assistant superintendent, Dr. Alan Duncan, was appointed the district's interim leader. No reason has been given publicly for Shelton's suspension. From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, St. Louis hosted National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard as one of the dignitaries who spoke at today's National Geospatial Intelligence Agency grand opening of the new state-of-the-art facility at the corner of Jefferson and Cass. NGA Director Frank Trey Whitworth said from this campus, the agency's dedicated workforce will continue to deliver vital information that protects the nation and supports its war fighters across the globe. The transition from NGA's old campus across town is expected to be complete by next spring. Let's get a check now of that forecast.
Sunny and warm with a high of 82 this afternoon, then clear, low 58 tonight. Still sunny and warm, high 84 tomorrow, up to 86 with sun on Sunday. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare on 104.1 FM KMOX.
We do have sunny skies now, 75 degrees in Florissant. It's 74 in St. Peters, 73 downtown at the Arch. I'm Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Cardinal Cowboy here. Renner Garage Door has brought cheers to their fans for decades with the best styles, cutting-edge tech, and good old family values. Get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER.
The Chris and Amy Show on KMOX, brought to you by St. Louis Union Station. Step into the next chapter of family fun at St. Louis Union Station, where new rides bring fresh excitement to a timeless destination.
Okay, boys, here we go. Hey, from the jump now, let's go. Who's ready for some football? Football!
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
So glad football season's back.
That's right, baby. It is time for the No Prize Pick'em Challenge. We do it every Friday at 11 o'clock on the Chris and Amy Show, 104.1 FM KMOX. Amy Marks Kors, Chris Ranji. And here's the deal. We're just going to go through a handful of NFL games on Sunday, and whoever gets the most games right wins. And you know what you get? Nothing.
That's right.
So let's bring in our participants for today. First, it is Jason who is with us, listener Jason on the show. Good afternoon or good morning, Jason. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on here.
I am understanding that you are a postal employee.
That is correct.
Okay. And you listen to the show while you're at work?
I listen to it every day since I found it on 104.1. I love it. I love your guys' show. They actually used me for a commercial on there that I didn't realize until I was driving along on my route and I heard my voice on the radio.
Wow. Well, guess what? You know what you get for that? The same exact prize you get. That's right. You get the same exact prize you get for being on this thing if you win.
I mean, if anything, we're good for nothing.
That's right. We are also joined, and Jason, you get to participate against former All-Star and Gold Glover, Tom Pagnozzi, who is on the show today. How's it going, Tom?
Great, guys. How we doing?
Oh,
great.
We're doing great. We're ready to go here. Amy and I are excited about this segment. We always are. So here's the deal, fellas. We're going to go through about 8 games or so to see how many we can get through. All we're going to ask you for is to pick the winner. Tell us who's going to win each game, and then you can give us a reason why you think that team is going to win, even if the reason is silly. It doesn't matter, whatever you think. And then we will use the Sunday night game as the tiebreaker. So you will pick the winner of that game and then give us the total amount of points you think will be scored in the game. All right? So Very, very simple. Here we go. Let's start with the first game. It is the Vikings and the Steelers. Both these teams are 2-1 on the season. Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers quarterback. The Vikings, they should be 1-2, but they're not. They are 2-1 right now. Jason, who's going to win this one?
I'm going to have to go with the Vikings on this one.
All right. Is it the purple? You just like the purple?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I get that. All right. Tom Pagnazzi, who wins the Vikings-Steelers game?
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
All right. Pittsburgh behind Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
whatever. Yeah.
I know. Okay.
I hate him.
I know
I
you
hate
do.
him so much.
Well, he looks a little unkempt,
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
I don't think the Bears have ever beaten him.
This
ever.
is hard for me because I do love the Steelers, but I think I am going to go with the Minnesota Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Even though I'm not a huge fan of the purple, TBH.
Honestly, I don't know who I want to win this game. I don't know who I want to win. I think the Steelers will win this one. You know what? I have to root for Aaron Rodgers. I have to. Pittsburgh,
Wow.
I'm picking them to win. I need the Vikings to slip to 2-2 because we know what's going to happen with that other game. We'll get to that later. But I need Minnesota to lose here. All right. It is the Commanders and the Falcons. Washington is on the road. They will play the Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Jason.
Oh, this is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with the Falcons.
All right. You're taking Atlanta. Tom?
Washington.
Washington it is. Washington's pretty good.
I am going with Mr. Pagnazzi here. I am going with the Washington Commanders.
Guys, I'm going with all of you. Well, the exception of I'm going against Jason here.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders win on the road. I think that will be a good one. Now, here's an interesting one. I think I know what's going to end up happening. The Detroit Lions are hosting the Cleveland Browns. Remember, the Browns just beat the Packers, who are a really good team, by the way. They just beat them in the last second. So Lions, Browns in Detroit. Jason?
I'm definitely going with my Lions.
What, your Lions?
Well, I like them because they just lose all the time, and they're like the underdog for me.
All right. Pags, what do you think?
I'm right there with Jason. You feel for those guys. They've been so bad for so long, and they're tasting victory once again.
Yep, Detroit Lions.
I feel like if I played football, I would run through a wall for Dan Campbell.
Would you bite some kneecaps or no?
I would bite some kneecaps. I would run through multiple walls like the Kool-Aid Man. So I'm picking the Detroit Lions.
All right. The Detroit Lions it is. So we have all gone with the Detroit Lions on this one. I hate to say it.
Wow,
boring. Yeah, I know. I'd like to see the Lions drop one here, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately for me, this is a really good game. I love this one. Two potential, they both have potential Super Bowl quality. The Buccaneers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are undefeated, Jason.
I am going with the Buccaneers over the Eagles.
Wow.
Go with Tampa Bay.
Wow.
How come?
That's my upset of the week.
Oh, that's your upset of the week?
Because you like Pirates?
Well, I just think that's the game right there. I think everybody's going to go for the Eagles, but I think Tampa Bay is going to pull it out.
Oh, that's not a bad thinking process. All right, Tom Pagnazzi.
I'm going with the Bucs because I do not like Philly or the Eagles.
That's great.
I'm in the same boat.
We'll find out later.
What's your problem with Philly?
Is it the fans or something?
I'm a Cowboy fan. fan.
Oh, you're a Cowboys fan. Okay.
Huge Cowboy fan. So, you can't like Philadelphia. It's just, and the city's, it's a great city if you're a visiting player. It's not so much if you're the opposing player. They're rough.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What's it like playing there as a visitor? I guess if you're struggling and you play for their teams, they're all over you.
Oh, absolutely. When they boo Santa Claus,
yeah, they
boo
Santa Claus.
Yeah, you know it's not
Absolutely
good.
right. They're
It's good.
hurling Duracells at people.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I'm picking the Eagles.
You're picking
Anyway, Andy.
Get your Vaseline and lube up those lampposts.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're not going to do
Wow.
it. They're not going to climb the lampposts yet.
You never know.
They have to get to the Super Bowl first. I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one. I think the Buccaneers win at home. They are the underdog, a 3.5 point underdog if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so that's a good one. I'm going to skip this. I was going to ask you about Titans, Texans, but that game's going to stink. You know what? Screw
It's
it. Let's go with
boring.
it. Titans and
All right.
Texans, both teams are winless.
Yes.
Neither team has won. Remember, everybody talking about C.J. Stroud and how good of a quarterback he is. He hasn't won yet. So the Texans host the Titans. That will be on Sunday. Jason?
I'm going with the Texans just because they're at home. I mean, that's the only really reason.
Yeah, that's a great
All right.
reason.
That's fair enough. Tom Pagnazzi.
Can I call it a tie?
You
Two
can.
bad teams. I'll take Houston just because they're at home, but I hope it ends up in a tie.
Oh, well, we'll see if it does. I guess you never know. It does happen.
Well, since it's two franchises of futility at the moment, I feel like you have to pick the saddest outcome, which would be the home team loses. So I'm going with the Titans.
You're going the Titans.
Yeah.
There you go.
I am also going with the Tennessee Titans on the road. And it's just because I got a buddy who's a Titans fan and nothing good ever happens for him. So I hope he has Sunday. I just want him to have Sunday, you know? All right. Colts, Rams. This one happening in LA. The Colts are undefeated. LA is 2-1. Jason?
I'm going to go. I hate to say it. I'm going with the Rams.
Oh, no. You're going with.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yep. The Rams it is. Tom Pagnazzi.
Well, I have their running back in fantasy, so I need the Rams to roll.
Wow.
Wow. I know it's not a popular call in St. Louis, but I'm going to go with the Rams.
Well, once we heard you were a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. And
All
a
bets
Cowboys
were off.
fan.
It all went bad. It went bad then,
it
right?
went south. It went south.
You just
pretty
made
fast.
every Cardinals fan is so sad because Tom
I
Pagnazzi
know.
just said he
That's
loves
what
the
they say.
Cowboys.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, don't meet your heroes. And he's rooting for the Rams?
Oh,
Oh, no.
my first favorite Cardinal player of all time.
Oh, thanks. Sorry to disappoint.
Oh,
All right, Amy,
well.
who you picking?
Well, I'm picking the Colts.
You're
I like
picking the Colts.
Indianapolis as a city. I think they've done a fine job. They're great at hosting conferences.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
I'm also picking the Rams.
Gross.
Rams are going to win that game. They're going to go to 3-1. Both teams will be 3-1 after that. This is a really good one that's going to happen. Ravens and Chiefs, and amazingly, both teams are 1-2.
Wow.
It's incredible. Both teams 1-2. Jason?
I'm definitely going with the Chiefs. I've never really liked the Ravens or any Baltimore team. There's no reason. I just don't like Baltimore teams. Plus, I mean, the Chiefs. Come on.
Fair. Totally fair. Tom Pagnazzi.
Baltimore.
Wow.
Both these teams are so much better than
So,
1 and 2. I know it.
I'm with Jason. Like, I cannot stand Baltimore teams. I don't know why. I don't like them. I don't like the Ravens. I don't like the way their uniforms look. I am picking them, though. I am picking the Ravens.
Over
the
I thought
Chiefs.
you were picking the Chiefs.
No.
I thought you were about to say that. Oh wow, okay. I'm with you guys. With Tom and Amy. I am also picking the Baltimore Ravens on the road. I think they're just really good. And
Even
Kansas
with
City
their
is still
poor
good.
tackling.
Even with their poor tackling, they're going to win. Lamar Jackson's going to have a big afternoon. All right, this one stinks. The Bears are on the road facing the Raiders in Las Vegas, Jason.
This is for you, man. I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, that a boy.
The Bears.
That a boy.
He
The Bears.
sacrificed himself on the author of a altar of fandom.
The Bears altar. Tom
The Bears
Pagnazzi, what do you think between the Bears and the Raiders?
The Bears.
Yeah,
Wow.
Tom.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, man, it's going to be lit.
Yeah, this guy.
So the Bears-Raiders play at the same time
Yeah.
as the Chiefs game is on. 3:25.
Wow.
Yeah, so
There you go.
I'm going to have to go find a place to watch it.
You're going to have to find a place to watch
Or I'm
it.
going to have to pirate it because I'm not giving the NFL money for Sunday ticket.
Well, the Bears are going to
Losers.
lose to the Raiders.
Oh, shut up.
They are. They're going to
Shut
lose. I'm
up.
sorry. So I'm going with the Raiders.
Nope.
I'm
Bears
going
win.
against Parkway West against the Bears.
Amy's picking Vegas. I am obviously picking my beloved. The Bears are going to win on Sunday. Book it, baby.
Okay.
And they're going to move to 2-2. They should be 3-2. They should have beat the Vikings. Come on, man. All right. Last game. It is the Packers and Cowboys. This is the Sunday night game, so you have to give us the winner and then the total amount of points scored, Jason. And by the way, the over-under in this one is 47.5 to give you an idea.
I've always been, as a kid, a Dallas Cowboys fan as well, like Tags. So, but I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers over Dallas.
Uh-oh.
I know it's the homecoming of the guy that they just traded for, so that's going to be a pretty cool game to watch, actually, to see how that all goes down.
How many points?
I'm going to say 30.
30 total points. Okay, that's a
Wait,
low-scoring
30
game.
total?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
All right, Tom, what do you think?
Well, the Cowboys are going to roll. They're finally going to show up. They're going to roll. They're going to give up probably 30 and score 40, so 70.
70 points. Holy mackerel.
See?
That is a total.
Wow.
All right.
So I thought I was shooting high here because I have 62 total
Holy
points. I had that
monkey
written down already, but 70. But I'm doing 62 and the Cowboys.
You are picking the Cowboys.
That
All right.
away.
That's right.
That away.
So I am also going to pick Dallas, even though back deep in my mind, I know it's not going to happen. I cannot root for Green Bay right now. I cannot do it. I hate them. And I can't. So I'm picking Dallas, 50 points. I'm taking the
Wow.
over. 50 points.
Look at this spread. 30
All
to
right.
70.
So there it is,
I'm either
Jason.
going to be last or first.
That's right.
My
Jason,
feeling is the only way the Cowboys can win, they're going to have to score 40 because they're giving up 30.
that is absolutely right. Their defense is not good, but they can score.
Swiss cheese,
Can
baby.
I say one thing before you go?
Yes.
I was a Cardinals baseball fan since a kid, and I used to remember Peg and Jack Clark was my first memories as a Cardinal, and I just want to say thank you for all the great memories.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
How about
That's
that?
awesome.
Jason, thank you for playing. Good luck in the postal world. Don't go postal.
Oh my gosh.
Just be postal.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And thank you for listening to us. And you know what you get if you win.
A big old lot of nothing.
That's right.
That's right.
Thanks very much, Jason. And Tom Pagnazzi, it was great to talk to you. Thank you for being with us today. And hopefully this was fun. Of course, you get nothing. You're the celebrity, so you don't get anything for being a part of this.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it. Had a good time. And now let's see who wins it.
All right,
That's
well,
right.
Let's go.
Let's
Tom
go.
Pagnazzi, former Cardinal, All-Star, Gold Glover with FanDuel Sports Network as a studio analyst. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Pags.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
That is Tom Pagnazzi
Love it.
with us.
I
We
love
gotta-
everything about it except for the Dallas Cowboys thing, but love it.
I have to pick Dallas.
Yeah.
I have to. I need them.
Well,
Sunday night's going to be really big for me. Let's go, Cowboys. All right, that's our no prize pick'em. If you are interested in participating, now Jason does get to come back next week if he wins. That's the only real reward here. But if he doesn't win, we'll be looking for somebody new. If you are interested in participating in the no prize pick'em, if you're available Fridays at 11 o'clock, let us know by sending a text message to 314-436-7900. Give us your name, and somebody might reach out to you. Also, you can tweet at us at Chris Amy KMOX.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HoldTitleLock.com now, promo code RADIO.
Hey, just check the mail. We've been invited to a seminar and dinner is free.
It's going to be chicken, and it'll taste like Play-Doh.
Don't be fooled. All seminars are not the same. For example, Steve All, an investment advisor representative and founder of the All Financial Group, will be hosting his Taxes and Retirement Seminar at Bishop's Post, October 7th and 9th. From the big beautiful bill to taxes on your Social Security, Steve will not only cover the hurdles you'll face in retirement, but ways to keep more money in your pocket and less in Uncle Sam's. This is a complimentary event, but seating is limited, so reserve your seat today. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
You know, hon, I've always been interested in us buying a timeshare.
I'd rather eat Play-Doh.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decision.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
It's the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. Sponsored by the St. Louis Aquarium. Explore the St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
All right, we're doing it on October 2nd, which is Thursday next week. It is the Chris and Amy Show, along with Jerry Kelly, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical, or electrical and plumbing, or as Robert Walsh, who is watching us on YouTube, likes to say, it is Jerry Kelly, heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, spay, and neuter.
I don't think they've gotten there yet.
No, but it does see it's very niche. Like you have to have a degree to be able to spay and neuter a pet. They
I
are
think
not
you have to
doing
have a
that yet.
specific degree, not just any degree.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to have obviously the heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing is all specialty too. You have to be trained for that kind of thing.
Sure.
But you have to be a veterinarian. They are not doing spay or neuter at
Yet.
Jerry Kelly. Yet.
You never know. They are always adding services to serve you, the people of the St. Louis area.
Maybe one of their 100 acts of kindness will be to do free spay and neuter.
I feel like we might be committing them to something that they're not.
Yeah, we hate
quite
that.
ready to do.
So let's talk to Jerry Kelly and see if they're interested, because we're always looking to expand their business.
But
for them.
everything else they can do: heating, air conditioning, electrical, and plumbing.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're really great. All right, so
the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Well, if they all go wrong, imagine if your electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning all goes out at once. You're screwed.
I mean, but you call Jerry Kelly, you're unscrewed.
That's correct. And they'll wear those footies. They'll cover their shoes with footies so they don't get your carpet dirty.
Real quick. Sorry. Matt Pajeski and I are going to be at the Alzheimer's Walk at St. Charles Community College tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I think the walk starts at 9. We'll be there at 8. We're going to have donuts. We are going to be hanging out with Jerry Kelly, and I think they promised me a hat.
Oh, you get a hat.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So we're going to be there. Come say hi. Stop by the Jerry Kelly tent.
So Thursday, though, let's get this out of the way. Thursday, October 2nd, next week at Ronnie's Cinema, Chris and Amy show and Jerry Kelly have put together this event, a screening of Soul on Fire, which is the John O'Leary movie. John, as you may know, motivational speaker. When he was 9 years old, had a pretty bad accident, burned over his entire body. And he has done really well as a speaker since then, motivating people, inspiring people. And this movie is about that story. So William H. Macy is in it. Our last 4-pack of tickets to give away, we're doing it right now. We need caller number 5 to 955-1120, 314-955-1120. Caller 5 wins that 4-pack. Ronnie's Cinema, October 2nd, Soul on Fire. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's the last set we have, Amy.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the theater, Ronnie's Cinema.
How do you think Danon Hughes is going to feel when we talk to him in a moment?
You can't tell him.
And I tell him.
No, you can't. I thought about that. We're going to have to tactfully defer on answering the question.
Well,
because you didn't.
I don't think we should be dishonest with Danon Hughes, radio analyst, former receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. Will talk to us about the Chiefs-Ravens game, which is a huge game on Sunday. Of course, Odyssey St. Louis is the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll talk to Danon when we come back on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey, it's Tom Ackerman. Football is back, thank goodness. And Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long. You can play right now in Missouri, and playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more during football season. There is nothing better. Download the app today and sign up with promo code TOM. That's really important. Promo code TOM to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code TOM. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Currently, it's 75 degrees. It's going to be sunny today, a high of 82. Tonight, pretty clear, a low of 53. Weather sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
From now on, if you spring a leak, need a water heater, or have hard water,
Thanks for calling Jerry Kelly Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Jerry Kelly will fix the leak, install the thing, and make that hard water easy. From the company who's got your whole home covered.
JerryKelly.com.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They were in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley for i3 Broadband, the internet provider in the Pauley household. I think you'd love it if you had them as well. We've got the 2 gig package at our home, 2 gig upload, 2 gig download mirrored, and we're spending less money than we did with the cable company for lesser service. Plus, right now, they've got savings over $400 beyond their already low standard pricing. You got questions? They've got answers. Call 877-976-0711, and they've got people there who can answer all your questions, or head to their website, i3broadband.com.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Sunday, the Chiefs, the Ravens. Siteman Cancer Center game time, 3:25.
Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer.
Hear all the action from Arrowhead on 97.1 FM Talk.
Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs are 1-2. The Baltimore Ravens are 1-2, and the two of them are playing Sunday afternoon. 3:25 is the kickoff, and usually we have the games here on 104.1 FM KMOX, Kansas City Chiefs games, unless Cardinals baseball is happening, and it is. The final game of the season for the Cardinals happens Sunday. So this game, Chiefs-Ravens, will be on our sister station, 97.1 FM. We are joined now by Danon Hughes, radio analyst. He'll be on that call, and he's also a former wide receiver for the Chiefs, and he joins us now on KMOX. Good morning, Danon. You ready for Sunday?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm glad that Amy's back. She's been slacking off, laying out in Colorado, I hear, on vacation, and like she's gracing me with her presence today.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how she
I'm
sees
just
it too.
Excited about that. I mean, gosh, I feel really special today.
Yeah.
It's a special Friday.
Danon, you're welcome.
See? Just like I told you.
I missed you. It almost ruined my vacation, Danon, that I missed talking to you. That was the only downside of being in Colorado.
Danon, Amy likes to use big words. You ever heard patronizing? You ever heard that one?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes.
It's when you go to a restaurant, isn't it?
Yes. And you tip 20%. Yep. All right, Danon, both of these teams, I don't think most people would have assumed that when the Ravens and Chiefs met up in week 4, that they would both be 1-2. It's kind of crazy that they are, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely uncharted territory, not just for us, but for them and how we got to this point. I can say there's probably equal frustration on both sides and losing close games and how those games were lost. If there's an excuse to be made, I guess we have the edge on that just because we're down our top 2 receivers for all 3 games and still figured out a way to squeak out 1 win while they have their, big, mighty running back that has fumbled away 2 of their games. So with all that being said, I don't know if it's a must-win situation for either team, but it's definitely a necessary win situation for each team. Nobody wants to go 1-3 in the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, Danon, what kind of impact does that have on a locker room if you're 1-3 versus 2-2?
I think it depends. I think it depends on what's the gauntlet of teams that you have coming up. What's the state of the rest of your division? Because we all know the recipe for success, especially getting to the Super Bowl, is first winning your division, which we've done 9 straight times. So for us, maybe it's a little more pressing because you have a Chargers team that's 3-0, that has a relatively easy schedule coming up, and most people would say they should be 5, 6, maybe even 7-0 before they face somebody that could give them their first loss. Denver's a team that's playing well, especially defensively, even though they figured out a way to lose last week against the Colts. And the Chargers have the tiebreaker against us so far. So, yeah, it depends. Now, conversely, the Baltimore Ravens, they're probably sitting a little bit better if they're 1-3 because of the nature of the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns in that division, and there's still question marks with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, as of now, if the Ravens lose this game, you can look maybe at the end of the season and probably still say the AFC North winner could be a 10-7 team. It might be just like that. It might only have one team that goes to the playoffs, and it might be the team that wins that division. While within our division, there might be 3 teams that make the playoffs. We've seen that happen before. So as far as pressing wins, I'd say for us, based on what the other teams are doing in our division, it's probably more pressing to get this W.
So I have always heard people say rule of thumb is that the first 4 weeks of the season, while the games count, as far as assessing what teams are, it's really, you kind of want to throw those out a bit, and that teams really start to settle in by week 5, 6, 7 from there. So kind of what they start doing from week 5 on is more true to who they are. Do you think that is that a real statement? Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. I think every team has identity issues until you get through the first quarter of the season. And I grew up in the NFL with Marty Schottenheimer, and it's kind of been the same kind of mantra for all coaches, is that you want to go game by game, but at the same time, you want to break the season into quarters. Now, obviously, mathematically, that was easier when we had 16 games. Now we have 17, but you still consider the first 4 games the quarter of the season. Okay, are you winning each quarter like in a game? And to go 1-3 definitely puts you behind the 8 ball. But at the same time, it is still early in the season. You're still trying to figure out who you are as a team, regardless of what you came into the season thinking. And this team right now, the identity is the defense. I mean, because of where we are right now at 1-2, we're 2 scores away from being 3-0. But the defense has been understated in regards to how they've been able to work and keep us in games and put us in position to win. You give up 9 points on the road against a Giants team that had put up 37 points the week before. And you were able to kind of cut down the damage against the defending Super Bowl champs at your home opener. Like those are big accomplishments, and that might be the identity of this team. And let's remember, when our identity was strong defense, we won 2 straight Super Bowls. So it's not uncharacteristic to think that even with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, that we can have a defense-led team that can get us where we need to go.
Yeah, because if you do look at the Chiefs, understanding it's only been 3 games, but their points per game, yards per game, and yards per play are all the lowest that the team has produced since Mahomes' first season. Is that just because the sample size is small, or is that the new trend for this offense this year?
It might be the new trend. I mean, we just started getting turnovers. To think that they're putting up those numbers, and we just got our first 2 turnovers in this last game. We went the first 2 games of the season and didn't force a turnover in either game. And had we done that, we might be sitting 3-0. So that's how small the margin is between wins and losses. But if you think back to early on in, even going back to Andy Reid's early tenure here with Alex Smith, what were we begging for? Defense. Defense, just help us out. Andy Reid's going to come up with formula offensively that's going to help us. Just defense, help us out. And then we started getting the defense. After Bob Sutton was let go and we brought in Steve Spagnuolo, the defense really picked up. And then with Patrick Mahomes, we just said, hey, just be a top 15. Just be in the top half of the NFL, and we will be where we need to be. And that's exactly what's been happening over the course of this stretch. So yeah, it might be a small sample size because we've only played 3 games, but I think it's going to be par for the course for the rest of this season, is that the defense is going to have to step up. And if they are a top 16 defense, God forbid they're a top 10 defense, watch out for every opponent that we face.
Well, speaking of turnovers, Baltimore has given up some late game turnovers this season, which could be a concern for them.
Yeah, and uncharacteristic, Derrick Henry has been a guy that has taken care of the football, although he has had a stretch. I want to say it was back in 2022, maybe 2023, where he had 3 straight games where he fumbled the ball. Now, in those situations, unlike now, he has put his team in a position to lose these games against the Lions this past week. And so I'm sure he's going to come out with something to grind, something, some kind of extra edge, a chip on his shoulder, because he wants to prove that he hasn't lost it. And we have to kind of strike where he's weak. And going into a game, the game is so fast, the game is so physical that you can't go in there thinking, I hope I don't fumble, or thinking about fumbling, because guess what happens? You fumble, and that'll be a good thing for us.
Hey,
we just got something to prove in this game, and I'm sure they do too.
Danon, I am sorry to tell you this, but I don't want to lie to you. We did our prize. We did our, hold on, Amy. We did our no prize pick, and we do a pick 'em challenge every week, and we just pick winners of the games. And Amy made me pick Baltimore to win Sunday. And I went along with her because I'm a good teammate and I care about her. So I had to pick. I didn't want to. I said, no, Amy, it's got to be the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to win Sunday. And she said, no, you don't want to do that.
Here's why. Because I
just wanted you to know that.
Because when I was in town, I picked the Chiefs, and that's when they lost. So I felt like if I want them to win, I have to pick against them so that they win. It was really taking one for the team. It was sacrificial, really, when you think about it.
See, this is what's wrong with our society right now. we got people go on vacations and they have too many mimosas and Bloody Marys, and then they come back and they make frivolous picks, and that's why we can't get nowhere. This is the epitome.
Look, I just want both teams to have fun. No. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
It is, Ranj.
There's going to be a big trophy and a little trophy given out right after the game. Okay. And Patrick Mahomes and Derrick Henry are going to meet at the middle of the field and sing Kumbaya. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
And how in the world does that jive with hitting them in the face?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, okay. Tell us.
Because against the Ravens this week at about 3:25 Central Time, we got to hit him in the mouth.
Yeah. Let's go, Danon.
You got my juices going now. I'm ready. This is going to be a boring Friday. Now I'm ready to go.
It's never a boring Friday with Amy and me.
Wow, he called us frivolous
Good
and
answer.
boring.
Good answer. I was setting you up. Just to see if you were going to finish that sentence off right, and you did it.
Yeah.
We're back as a community. We're back as a society. Let's go.
You know what? Danon, I'm changing my pick.
Retroactively.
It's too late.
There
I can't.
you go.
It's already booked. I can't do it. Hey, it's too late now.
Just when I thought
I don't want to be
we were heading in the right direction.
I just don't want to be a cheater. I played the game already. I can't go back on it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Hey,
I mean,
Danon,
Danon, he's a
You're
Bears
not
fan.
trying. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Hey, what do you?
That's right,
Hey,
Danon.
how's Caleb look to you?
Oh my gosh. The Bears
Oh,
fan.
Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Bears fan. Actually, he looked pretty good last week, didn't
That's
he?
right. Yeah, he sure did. Cowboys stink, but
got a
you know.
W.
Yeah.
Well,
anytime you can beat the Cowboys, anybody that beats the Cowboys, I am a fan of. So I'm a fan of Caleb Williams this week. Who do the Bears have this week?
Oakland, Vegas. They play the Raiders same time as the Chiefs, Ravens.
Okay, so we want to cheer for the Bears again.
Yes.
to beat the Las Vegas Raiders.
That helps you out.
Yeah, I'll be a fan of Caleb Williams for 2 weeks in a row.
You know what? I'm gonna be a Chiefs fan then too on Sunday, just for you.
Don't try to clean it up now.
Yeah, it's too late. No one likes groveling,
Yeah.
Ron.
I'm not groveling. I'm appeasing. I'm appeasing my friend Danon.
You are patronizing. Aha!
Whoa!
You're
You
patronizing.
know what that's called a callback.
Yeah, this guy's
Great
good.
job.
There you go.
This guy
Danon.
is good.
Danon, you're the best. We love you, man. Have fun on the call and enjoy the game on Sunday, and we'll talk to you
Yeah.
next week.
Hit him in the mouth.
Hit him in the mouth. Go Chiefs.
See you, Danon.
All right, take care.
Former receiver Danon Hughes, also Chiefs radio analyst. You can hear the Chiefs and the Ravens. That's a really good game.
Yeah.
Don't look at the record. Those are two really good teams. They will be playing. We will have the game on our sister station, 97.1 FM. Of course, we are going to have the Cardinals game, the final Cardinals game of the season,
Right.
Sunday afternoon on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey. If you or someone you know has a home to sell, call Gloria Lou. That's right, Gloria Lou, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria is here with me now. And when it comes to St. Louis area market conditions, what advice do you have for home sellers in today's market?
Well, most importantly, I understand every seller's situation is different. Some sellers need to sell, and some sellers want to sell. And a lot of my sellers are looking to buy, and they also have a home to sell. My advice in this uncertain market is to get an upfront written guarantee. That way, you know exactly how much you stand to make with your home sale. My guarantee sale offer is simple. I'll sell your home at 100% of market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Take it from me, Debbie Monterey. Sell with certainty and an upfront written guarantee with Gloria Lou. 314-325-6888. 314-325-6888 or visit gloriahasthebuyers.com. That's gloriahasthebuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
KMOX welcomes Trans-Siberian Orchestra and their monumental tour, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, to Enterprise Center December 23rd at 3 p.m. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. A portion of the proceeds benefits Sightman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. And right now, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is offering their lowest ticket price in years, starting at $55, including fees, only for a limited time. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Hey, this is Debbie Monterey, and some of you may know that I moved my mother to St. Louis about a year ago because she's aging and I needed to help her with day-to-day things, including getting her estate planning together. I recently met with the folks at Jansky Law. Martin Jansky is an elder law attorney, and that's exactly what he does. Everything from your power of attorney to advanced estate planning, including probate. Maybe you have your estate documents completed, but a nursing home could be in the future for you or a loved one. Jansky Law can help with pre-crisis and nursing home planning as well. Martin Jansky has 30 years of experience, young or old, no matter what your age. If you love your family and want to make sure that your wishes happen or help them ensure theirs do, call Jansky Law at 314-881-6141 or online at janskylaw.com. That's with a J, JANSKY law.com. Again, JANSKYlaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
Get ready, because here they come.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Beatlemania all over again with a Fab Four, the ultimate tribute to the Beatles. Entertainment Tonight says seeing the Fab Four is just like seeing the Beatles. The Fab Four takes you through the 60s with the music that changed our lives. It's a show you won't want to miss.
Saturday, October 4th at the Family Arena. Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
And The Lovin' Spoonful.
Do you believe in magic?
Saturday, October 25th at the Family Arena with the Hollies' greatest hits, starring Terry Sylvester. Get tickets now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon and The Lovin' Spoonful.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX. Now, a look back at this week's Chris and Amy Show, out of context.
These lady tarantulas haven't made.
Koala.
They had a koala bear? Oh my God, I love koala bears.
He was hella lost.
Inject it into my eyeballs. It's so good.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how many wieners. It was a lot of wieners they gave out.
I'll let you
Can I
feel it.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Amy, let me touch it. I'm not going to suck my teeth. I'm going to rip out all of the equipment in this studio. I'm going to rip all the microphones out. There will be no more KMOX. Hot and talented.
I'm too hot and talented for this place.
Well, I guess we have a lot to account for, do we?
People.
My God.
What kind of radio show is this?
I don't know, but as we wrap up on Fridays, we always do the week out of context where Matt Pajeski will play for us clips, and then we have to guess what we were talking about at the time. All right.
I don't care for this at all, to be honest.
I love it.
Quit saying them.
We got 4 hours to kill. What are we supposed to do?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my
All right,
gosh.
Ranji, I think you had a record for the amount of things that you said this week. I had to clip a lot from Chris Ranji, so we're going to start with you. Provide some context to this.
Inject it into my eyeballs. It's so good.
What are we injecting into Chris Ranji's eyeballs?
I can't. I remember the converse. I remember saying it. I don't remember why.
Is it from moderate to severe psoriasis?
No, it is not.
No, it's not pumpkin spice latte, is it?
You're in the same vein. We're talking about fall colors and cooler temperatures.
Okay. Oh, is it like 60 degrees or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking about 60 degrees.
You wanted to inject that into your eyeball.
Yes. Okay. The temperature.
That's
So I
gross.
kind of got it.
Toss me that little bell.
Oh, you want the bell? Here's you go.
There you go.
That was dangerous.
That
Yeah.
That
counts
was
as a
super
win.
dangerous.
That was super.
He threw a metal bell at this $60,000 electronic board.
Matt's got good hands,
Yeah,
though.
good,
All right.
good.
So I guess I get credit for that.
Yes,
Not
you do.
bad.
Amy, you're up next with this one. This one is a little bit of both of you guys, but I'm going to give it to Amy.
I'll let you
Can I
feel it.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Amy, let me
Yeah.
touch it.
Yeah.
I know what that is too.
I do too, and I know what it is because I hate it. Because when you clip it, Matt, it makes it sound so much worse. It was
the whole point of the segment.
Leland Vittert's book.
Oh,
it
Leland
had a
Vitter's
very velvety feel to it. It was very tactile.
And I felt it, and it felt exactly like a paperback book.
No, it didn't though. It was
Like every
velvety. No,
other
it didn't.
Felt like a book.
Your fingertips are rough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Calloused.
You said it was velvety, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron, you're up next with this.
I'm not going to suck my teeth. We're talking about old man noises.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know several old men who
Stop.
I
do
hate
that.
it.
Ugh.
I'll be glad when we're done talking about that because
Me
I hate hearing
too.
that.
Oh, you brought it up.
Yeah.
Amy, what did you mean by this?
Hot and talented.
I'm too hot and talented for this place.
This was yesterday.
Ranj said that there are people in St. Louis, because we're not a sexy city,
Oh,
that wake up every day and look in the mirror and go, I am too hot and talented for this town.
That's right.
Well, I am moving to Los Angeles.
I'm
That's
too
what they
hot
say.
and talented.
Yeah.
Exactly
What
right.
am I doing here? I'm going to Scottsdale. Why am I here?
Hot singles in your area? Yeah, I know all of them. There's 4.
Oh, and by the time we finish this sentence, they've been taken.
Oh, yeah. Ranji, defend this.
I don't know how many wieners. It was a lot of wieners they gave out. So the Wiener Circle,
Yep.
hot dog stand in Chicago, said if Caleb Williams throws for 4 touchdowns, they will give free hot dogs on Tuesday of this week, and they did. And I think it was a couple thousand hot dogs they gave away
Wow.
because Caleb threw for 4
That's a lot of
touchdowns.
wieners.
His dog showed up. Caleb's dog went to it. They had lines around the building.
himself?
No, yeah, they had his assistant, his personal assistant,
Okay.
took the dog there. He was at practice. He didn't have time for that. Yeah, because he's getting ready for the Vegas Raiders.
Last one, and it's once again Chris Ranji threatening to destroy the place.
I'm going to rip out all of the equipment in this studio. I'm going to rip all the microphones out. There will be no more KMOX. I know what this is.
Yeah.
What?
I said if we get to October 1st and we have more of these 85-degree days, I'm going to lose it. Yeah.
I think he's going to lose it.
I'm going to lose it because
I
it's going to be
looked at the
85
forecast.
and like 86 or something on
Yeah.
Sunday. Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
That's it.
Terrible.
Wow.
All right.
You
Well,
guys
we
did
did
well.
great. Look at us.
This show, man.
It's something, isn't
It's
it?
a little this segment is a little bit of a flop sweat segment.
Congratulations to Kay in Belleville, who won the other 4-pack of tickets to see Soul on Fire with us,
Mhm.
the Chris and Amy show Thursday, Ronnie Cinema, and Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing. So congrats to Kay. We'll see
you.
Kay there.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah, this was fun, I think. We'll do
Probably.
it again Monday, 9 o'clock. you
Most
think?
likely.
Yeah, let's do Monday, 9 to noon. If
Pending boss's approval.
anything you missed. Oh, by the way, Monday, Tuesday, we are hearing that the Cardinals are going to have 2 separate press conferences. One for John Mozeliak, who is leaving, and one for Chaim Bloom, who is incoming. Once we nail down times, we will let you know. But we're going to have both of those press conferences Monday, Tuesday, right here on KMOX. All right.
Love it.
So Monday, 9 o'clock. We'll see you then. Anything you missed on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. Chris and Amy show on 104.1 FM, KMOX. Cardinals baseball coming up soon. Inject it into my eyeballs. It's so good.
Oh, wow.